Hey, that music wasn't bad. Did you hear the music?
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Garage Hangout. Yeah, I know. We're late. But did y'all see that little
Vinny's
video
fault.
that just it is my fault because I didn't get this damn video done earlier. I'm gonna play it again. But here's the thing, y'all. We couldn't hear the
Oh
music.
my god. Look at Rideshare Rodeo.
Late 13 minutes. Well, I mean, I could do 13 minutes of gig news in 13 minutes if you want.
It's 6:11. Oh, it's 6:11 according to my clock. Let's talk about 13 minutes.
13 minutes. Hey, do me a favor. Send Steve the state. Can you send
Yeah.
Steve the link?
Yep.
I knew I forgot somebody, man.
Yeah,
Listen, bro. He you know. What's going on, everybody? Let me see who's all in the house already. We got Antonio Lynn. She'll be right back. Commuter all the way from across the pond. Scott says, I think he's blocked from the show. No, Scott,
I blocked him.
Oh, did you block him?
I'm
All
just
right, well,
kidding.
fuck him. Okay, well, hey, that's your boy. You know what I'm saying? That's your guy. That's your guy, not my guy. God damn, man, you blocked him. Tesla Rideshare blocked him. Tech and Effects blocked him. Vinny Cusp. What the hell? You blocked my man on every level, bro.
Hey, sometimes that's how it happens.
I know you got to stack it up to get to 6'5", but you know what I'm saying? They're just saying. San Francisco drivers back in the building. I'm glad to see he started making videos again. Rideshare Radio, Mr. Steve, Antonio, okay, Kevin Hathorn, all the way from Lakeland, Florida. That's my guy. All right. Hey, listen, we are here. We are live. It is Wednesday night. Couldn't go live last week because I was fighting my internet.
Mm-hmm.
And we have since rectified that situation. I am no longer with T-Mobile. I am back with Comcast against my better judgment. But you know what? Steven, I got to be honest, man. You got to have good internet. And in Steven's case, you got to have good audio because we can't hear him again.
Oh, my goodness.
But, it's unbelievable. I was talking with some people Sunday, right? Some writers Sunday. It's unbelievable how much we can't function anymore without solid internet, without Wi-Fi, without being connected. Everything is about being connected. Now, if you do not have signal, if you are not created to the webs, the interwebs, bro, how are you supposed to get anything done? It was taking me 6-7 hours to upload a video. Like, it's depressing when you got to do that because it makes you not want to do the damn videos. The software, the DaVinci Resolve was operating so slow, and I know we had my fight with Comcast, but anyway, what are you going to do? Now we're back with Comcast. So, and I think I got a good deal. They got that 5-year price lock guarantee. So I'm under $100 and that's where we're at. So, what are you going to do? We've invited a couple of people on tonight. We will see if why is Eddie sending me video? Eddie just sent me a video. Okay, Steven, tell us about your day while I watch this video from Eddie.
I don't know that is my audio even working?
Another way going down.
Oh,
in the wrong direction. Stop by 2 loops here.
Oh, I got to show you guys this video.
Test.
Okay.
Test.
Yep. We can hear you.
Excellent.
I'm going to show you guys this video live from Austin, Texas.
Ooh. And did you see the huge sign of Burning Man saying that Elon Musk sucks?
Did you see that? You didn't.
I've been driving. I don't pay attention
to Bro.
Someone filmed right behind the sign, and they are powered by Starlink.
It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely stunningly amazing to me. Oh my God, people!
Be typing out to Steve Jobs or against Apple from an iPhone. That's basically the same thing.
That's about right. That is about right. Okay, hold on. Did Did I download it? I know I downloaded
Yo,
it.
Vinny, Lyft is starting to do the right thing. Oh.
Never.
I caught a
Okay.
long trip for our black $800.
I caught a long. Oh, you mean they finally Yeah, I heard they unlocked
The limiter.
the price. Yeah, the price cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of heard that.
I don't see why they had a cap to begin with. Is there actually any good reason to have a cap in the first place besides benefiting them by
Well, the
having you
cap.
do longer trips for cheaper?
I don't think that was the thing. I think
But
I
that's what
think
it
the
would do,
reason.
right? You'd get close to the limit, and so they'd start paying you less and less and less, and have you go farther, farther, and farther until you you hit whatever their actual physical limit was. Because they reduced it to what, 300 miles or 150 miles or whatever.
I think what it was is that and hold on a second while I get this video together. No, I think what it was is to prevent credit card fraud. Because there was no, just hear me out. Hear me out. There was a time when we would get a request for a black or a premier or whatever, and you show up to the address. And the rider would tell you, listen, I don't care where you go. You can drive 100 miles and back. Just give me $100 now. Okay. And then you keep whatever money you make on that ride.
People are still doing it.
But I'm just saying it was capped out. It wasn't capped at one time. Because we had somebody down here that did a Lyft Black in a QX60, right? And ran from Miami to Tampa. It paid like $1,300. So I think that's why they had put that cap in place, so that people couldn't abuse the system. Now, can you abuse the system still? Oh, I'm sure you can. But I mean, you can only abuse it for so much money now, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't abuse it. Well, I mean, listen, if Lyft Black was capped at $500, that was the most you could abuse the system for, instead of $1,300, right?
Even still, it's like, yeah. So 300. So going from, or what? I guess it was like a 400 or 500 for black, 500 or something.
I think it was 500 for black, 450 or 500 for black.
And then it was like three something. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that it's on that, but I mean, to a certain extent, it makes sense, right? You keep a ride going, why not make $1,000 a night?
Yeah, I mean, but I never did it, but I know Omar got hit with it a couple of times, and you was always going into, I hate to be that guy, but he was going into the hood. Yeah. He was going into the hood, and he was guaranteed to make $300, $400, $500, and you were taking a ride. Mm-hmm. But you had to pay the guy, whoever ordered the ride, the $100 up front.
That's what they got. Yeah, so I got it. Yeah, that actually, I had that. Somebody asked me to do that a few weeks ago. Actually,
somebody tried to get you to.
Yeah, so I show up to the location to pick up. Oh, okay, this ride's legit. Is a real ride. I'm like, can you help me out? Like, if you just pay me out this much, and I'll what's it called? You get all the rest of it. Da, 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 da. I was like, nah, no thanks.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, so one time getting paid out, is that worth my account and everything? Yes. Okay.
I know guys who did it. I never did it. I wouldn't do it. I don't want nothing to do with that. To me, that's just asking for trouble. Number one, if I give somebody money on the premise that I'm going, make 4 or 5x on that money, and then all of a sudden I get around the corner and they kill the ride, and I just lost $100, bro. Y'all know me, right? I live in Florida. We're allowed to do things. I'm just saying. It just was. You see. Okay. So I guess I'll be doing the show by myself for the rest of the night, because Steven's over there getting some lovey-dovey and ran in the house smelling some good food and all of that other happy horse shit. Anyway, I see we got Mr. Gambit in the house. We need to get Mr. Gambit on the show.
I think
We
he's
might,
in my
you know
thread,
what?
my email thread.
All right, Accounting Tom is there. I'm not sure if he's working. I sent Thomas the link as usual. I know Pascal is he's doing his hockey game tonight. So let me bring up what Eddie just showed us. Let me see here. Share screen. Yeah, I got to share the tab. No, I got to share the window. To the window, to the wall. Share a tab. Oh, or a screen instead. What the fuck?
Yep, he's there.
Also share tab audio. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, I can't do this. What the? I can't. It makes no sense if I can't do the. Okay, y'all gonna see me too because I got to share the audio. So let's do this. Let's do this up here. Ah, that's how I can do it. See, I'm learning something new every day, bro. What the fuck is what the hell?
For being only, oh my goodness.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get bro. I'm having technical goddamn difficulties, okay? Calm down.
Hey, at least you're coming in crystal clear.
Here we go. Okay, so this is live from Austin, Texas. Let me make sure y'all can hear it.
Can't hear the sound.
So what he's saying is there is another, as you can see here on the street, he's coming down the street. There are two cop cars here. You see the cop cars, right? They got a Waymo pulled over because the Waymo was going down the wrong way of the street. What are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do? So there you go. There you go. Thank you. That was Eddie on the street. What the flip is going on here? What the? Oh my God. We are having a lot of technical difficulties. By the way, Steven, yeah, you're muted again, bro.
Yeah, I was responding to some conversation outside the stream.
Okay. All right. There we go.
So
you guys got to forgive us, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep. We're all over the place. I said Scott had to disappear for dinner. You know, he's going
taking an
to
Uber
Disney.
X.
He should.
He said he's doing an Uber X ride. I don't know what to tell you. He's doing an Uber X ride.
He's willing to accept.
Close.
Yeah. Whoa. All right.
Whoa. Pause. Been practicing. Josh says he's been practicing dodging Waymos. Well, I tell you what I heard. I tell you what Eddie told me this morning, man. When he called, when we were on our live call, he was he's like, Vinny, man, they brought another 100 Waymos into Austin, Texas. And if that's the case, even if they brought in half that many, bro, that's. I told Eddie, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't think there is. There's no answer. You're not going to stop it. We said that you and I were talking about this earlier. We said this a year ago when everybody else was telling us, oh, no, they can't scale. They can't do this. They can't do that. Oh, no, drivers, no, got to be ready. But, don't sweat it yet. And now look what's happening, right? When Kashashari steps out and says 99 Waymo or the AVs are accepting 99% of the rides, right? More than the drivers are. And you got to say something. Well, the driver what driver? There's no driver. The Waymo is just a computer. It's going to say yes. Drive, take the ride, shut the fuck, and keep it moving. It doesn't matter to the car with no driver.
It doesn't have to take care of a family. It doesn't have to take care of kids. It's not looking out for its best interest. It's just doing what it's told, like a robot will.
I mean,
so what are you saying? You want us to be robots?
They got us programmed as robots already. The minute you start taking cheap trips and accepting every little garbage, they got controlled robots automatically plugged in to take those trips. Now they're doing it from the real robots.
Well, I tell you, I got into a nasty little, well, let me rephrase. I had a disagreement in my household. Okay. And I would think that people would, and I had to change my verbiage today. Okay. I had to change my verbiage because I admit that I was saying that, we're out here working for slave wages. And my wife was like, I wish you would quit saying that. I wish you would quit saying it. I said, but wait a minute, hear me out. I want to hear that shit. Okay. So today, because my wife is smarter than me, I'm going to change my verbiage. Okay. We're out here working for these pimp wages. Is that better? I think it has a better connotation to it.
Peasant
I think it's
wages.
more. No, pimp. We're straight up pimped. We are pimped. Because
Well,
no matter
we
what
the biggest hoes they got. The minute you start taking that
we
dollar
are,
and the
yeah,
lowest hoe is taking the lowest dollar, that's the one that's out there ruining the game for everybody. That's why the high class
what that
hookers
guy
stay in
just
the
said.
rooms.
What that guy just said. We are being pimped. Dar's got his big ass green hat on, rolling up in his Bentley, and David's coming around in his little Bentley with his little chandeliers on the front of the goddamn headlights. They're
And when
both
he
stepping
came out
out.
and said, I'm doing a $20 billion buyback host, thank you, bitches, for giving me all this money, he knew he was getting away with it. And that's the real way to say it. It says, look,
And
bitches,
see,
we were broke, but now we got $20 billion to do a stock buyback. How do you like them fucking apples?
bro, they were gonna get that stock price over $100 come hella high water
Yep.
because I truly believe somewhere in Dara's contract he's gonna get a hell of a golden parachute,
Yep.
hell of
Big
a
bonus.
windfall for getting that price over $100.
Yep. Big bonus.
So
You know it's coming.
all you drive and all of us, what are we gonna get? We're gonna get the pimp van.
Nope.
We're taking 70%.
No, we're going to get Model 2 Tesla, and they're going to say, look, guys, we're going to drive it for family and fun. And if we can make some money in the rideshare game, we may do it because that's my backup plan. If I'm still going to be in this game, give me a cheap $15,000 car. I'll give it a try.
Well, I mean, that's I don't really get into maybe Steven, maybe Melvin, maybe you guys can talk. The whole, bro. I said this. I told this to Steven and them, bro. This shit is a side hustle to me for real. For real. Like Uber is not even if when I go out, I go out. I ain't thinking about the shit no other way than I'm trying to make a couple bucks and call it a day. I'm going.
Well,
I am all in on Steven's famous quote. It's not my job to fix rideshare.
exactly. So, guys, check your emails. If they give you that $25 pickup bonus for NFL pickups, I'm in the game. If you don't give me that $25 pickup, I'm not picking up after that unless they give me some $30 surge. That means you got to force me to put a drunk mofo in my car after a football game. If ain't my
But-
private people,
But
you
you're
got to give
seeing
me some money.
you're seeing how things are starting to change. It's crazy. I don't know how recently you've been around like LAX and whatnot. I've seen the new area where we're going to be picking up and dropping off from, the
Yep.
lots that they're clearing out. And then also, it seems like some of these event areas are redesigning their pickup drop off areas so that specifically it seems like so that those AVs can drive through, get to their pickup, the person they're picking up, and drive right out.
The curiosity is that Waymo bus. How many will they dump on game day in the area? That Waymo bus is working the
Hey,
area around this area right now,
I'm
and
not gonna
that's
lie,
what
that
they.
thing looks cool. I'm
I
not gonna
know.
lie, that thing looks cool. I'll be the one to say it. I think that thing looks cool. I'd get in it.
Oh man.
I'll be the bad guy.
That's what I'm saying, guys. It's a crazy wild west. We're in this thing. It's fun to look at this technology, and
Mhm.
and thank you, Sergio. Now, see if you didn't get that, there's a thing with EVs talking next Wednesday. He sent you the link. They only give us $100 and get some EV insights. And Sergio said something about $6,000 to $10,000. They may give us a bonus towards an EV. I'm interested, my man. Come on, throw money at me. You can hold me out for 10 grand. We already just talking about hoes.
Whoa. Before we get to Sergio, hey Sergio, how you doing? Melvin, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm actually feeling a little bit better, but we're here. I'm just
Man,
actually
listen.
running away from downtown San Antonio because the concert of the weekend is happening tonight, and hey, I'm not staying over there. Ain't no search in hell that I could keep me in that area.
Oh, so that'll be a question I'll have for the panel in a minute because I want to bring up something that lack thereof what we're seeing down here with all our rain and events and stuff like that. But Melvin, I just wanted to shout out, bro, everybody out there that might be watching us, all 10 of y'all at one point. Prayers up for Mel. He's going through it a little bit. What he's going through ain't nobody's damn business, but he's having some health issues, and I just want to,
prayers your way, my
shout
man.
out to
Prayers
Mel.
your
Thank
way.
you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now you're back driving a little bit temporarily, right?
Yes, I am.
And so you were gone for a while with the W-2. Now you're on a little bit of a leave, and so now that you're being out there, we know how Austin is. We know Austin's getting the shit tore up out of them. But how's it working out for you since you've been back out there this last week?
Well, so far they haven't. Waymo, they're already in San Antonio. They're already trying them out, like they're doing their test runs and all of that, but they haven't caught them loose yet. So far, still steady. I managed to do this past week about close to $1,400. This week I got about close to 500 right now.
Okay. So
it's
you ain't doing bad, but you always knew where to go, bro. You always knew where to go get the money.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Okay. Real quick, shout out Scott. Appreciate you, Scott. Listen, I didn't block you. It's the other Vinny blocked you. Okay, I didn't block you. I whatever, I block you. Okay, but if you keep selling out Steven, I'm gonna have to block you. I'm just saying, and I'm just letting you know. And Scott, I told you you don't have to do the super chat while it's appreciated. I'm not giving you your money back. So quit texting me and asking you to send it back, bitch. I ain't doing it. Fuck that. I got bills too. Okay. We only get 26-cent supplement down here in South Florida, while them boys out in LA are getting $1. Same insurance cost. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, Sergio, what's going on, brother? How?
Hello. How are you?
What? I just gave you all that hype. Hey, Sergio, how are you doing? Hello. How are you?
Okay. LA is like 100 degrees with 80% humidity. I'm sweating my balls off. I have been literally one call after the other all day.
Flash floods going on out there in the boondocks, man. It's all kind of crazy crap.
So yeah, I'm doing well. I thought this was our finance meeting.
We ain't getting there yet, bro. We got to get through we got to get there. We're gonna get there. You got here too quick.
Slow. Anybody shorted Joby? It's down to 13. Time to cover.
You see this guy? You see this guy? You see? Where's Chris when you need him? Yes. Where's Chris with the wastegate when you need him?
Hey, I know that was good.
Bro, I started to tell him. I started to post on his Twitter. I said, "Bro, I'll race you."
I don't know. That thing of his is pretty sweet. His runs pretty good, and
he's got an Evo, right?
Yeah.
He's got the Evo, right? The Evo, yeah. I got slow.
And doing fine. I'm gonna see Mr. Gambit in person next Wednesday, which is good.
Yes, sir, buddy. Hopefully they serving cocktails after it, man. It'd be fun. I'm planning either I'm Ubering there. I'm not gonna drive, man. I'm gonna Uber there, or I'm gonna take myself just in case there's cocktails.
It'll be over at 1, and that's when the traffic window opens up for an hour, so you can drive somewhere without traffic.
Yeah.
And should be a good one. Reviewing all this show.
What?
I don't know what that means.
He's reading the messages. I
was gonna say you got some Gosling, you got some rum over there, Sergio. You okay tonight?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. I'm tired, man. I'm really tired. Long day today. Did my trading, did all that shit, and call after call, and dealt with a little bit of Uber today. It's my Wednesday call. They wouldn't. Steve, Rideshare. What day was your 500th that I'm supposed to show up at your 500th? Is it next Wednesday? Oh shit.
It's Wednesday.
We talked about that yesterday in detail. We had Nicole Moore of RDU. We're mad as hell. They sold the drivers out again, the politicians, and they passed 1340 in exchange for SB 371. Which, just go check out Show Me the Money from yesterday. We talked about it.
What does all that mean? What does all that mean?
Indeed. So Uber and Lyft have been petitioning or spending shit ton of lobbying money to lower commercial insurance rates in California. And they were supporting a bill called SB 371, where it cuts down $1 million liability policy to $60,000 per person and $300,000 per occurrence. And there was also a bill by a Democrat called AB Assembly Bill 1340, where it would entitle gig workers, 800,000 strong, supposedly in California, to collective bargaining and unionization. And Uber said, yeah, we'll take that as long as you guys give us 371. So they're going to lower the commercial insurance rates now from $1 million to 60,000 and 300,000, which puts the driver more at risk, obviously, because they're just shifting the risk. And they said the fares are going to go lower on the riders. We're going to have more riders come on the platform because the fares are going to be lower. I doubt it. That's going to happen.
Well, see, Sergio, what they said was collective bargaining. And in my world, collective bargaining meaning sharing the profits of the gross. Now, if we get a similar collective bargain like the NBA got, that means every piece of the revenue come in, show the damn numbers, split some of that damn money instead of taking the bulk of the money with everything they do. That's the problem that they know they're getting away with, that we can go back and get that collective bargaining and say, okay, let us get a piece of that pie that we're bringing in, that big chunk of pie, instead of you taking it all and turning a blind eye talking about this is our cost and we got to take our cost before we cut anything.
Yeah.
But I go ahead, because I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
No, I think so. SEIU is supporting this, and obviously they're looking for gaining members. I didn't know the number was that high. I don't think it's that high, but it's probably pretty close. They said 800,000 drivers, part-time and full-timers, could be joining the union. However, there are thresholds that Uber and Lyft is setting who can join the union or not. I think it's they're setting up these bars to, and there's voting blocks of to pass something in a union. 30% of the union has to vote. I mean, there's a lot of small print that I haven't read yet, but they agreed to collective bargaining and unionization of the gig worker, and in exchange for lowering their commercial insurance rates under SB 371. Nicole Moore, who's the president of RDU, was on yesterday, and she's mad, very mad, because there is no other protection for the driver in there. In fact, look, I mean, lowering it to $60,000 bodily injury for UI or UIM from $1 million, if somebody T-bones you and doesn't have enough insurance, it's going to definitely cost you a lot more than $60,000 for your medical bills or car fixing and all that stuff. And they got away with one, and they always get away with it, and the politicians went along with it. So that's
I got so many questions.
Okay.
Well, here's the first, but here's my first observation. Okay, they didn't get that shit lowered for normal everyday drivers. They got that shit lowered for the AVs coming in because the Waymos can't drive down the same side of the fucking road like they're supposed to. I just showed a video clip live that just came in 20 minutes ago from Austin. They're prepping for the removal of the human driver and pushing into these AVs because, as it's been shown in other areas already, who gets the ticket? Nobody gets the ticket. Nobody gets the ticket.
But I mean, even at the small scale, right? The human-driven chips are going to be outnumbering the AV chips on their platform probably 99-1 for a while anyway. And so I don't think it's because of that. I think they're just lowering it to boost their take rate.
If Eddie is right, he just told me this morning that they just pulled another 100 Waymos into Austin.
They did, yeah. And I mean, I wrote an article. You guys go check it out. It's with Gridwise. I know you said, who knows this and that, but like that was
No,
why we
that's
were.
not what I said. That's not what I said. What I said was we already knew.
Wow,
That's what I said.
It's anecdotal. I mean, look, you talk to a driver here and there, but my point was that, like, that was exactly the topic we were talking with Uber today, saying that, like, what are you guys doing? We have some things coming up anyway, but so anyway, long story short, I think they're doing it. They said they sold it as fares are going to go down on the riders because of lower commercial insurance rates, and we're going to pass along the savings to the riders, which I don't think they will, because nobody will know because how easily that number is adjustable. And they may lower the fares on the riders by 5% maybe, but then I think that it's going to help their take rate immensely. Even, so buy the stocks. That's why Lyft actually went up to, I think, a 52-week high yesterday to 17 and change, and
17 and change.
And Uber is still about $95. But yeah, I mean, look, this is expected anyway. It's not a big deal. Rideshare Rodeo, I'll be there on Thursday. Thank God it's on Thursday. I thought it was on Wednesday because I have a commitment next Wednesday.
As soon as 10% of active drivers vote for a union, then the entire 100% will have to live with it. How is that possible? How is that? How is that? I was union 21 years. I ain't never heard of no stupid shit like that. How is that possible?
I don't know.
Well, every individual has to go in. Every individual has to go and vote. They had to vote for a card, which means you're already starting from a collective position. So, Mr. Gambit, you're saying there's 800,000 drivers. Okay, let's just for argument's sake, let's say there's 100,000 drivers. Okay, those 100,000 drivers have to be registered. Now, once they're registered, then you have a percentage that's usually a majority, 51 or 50.1%, not 10%. 10%. Well, you know what? It's California. You know what? You might be right.
Well, no, what happens is if Uber gets to put their slate to control that union, we don't want a company paying the union up front.
Well, SEIU is paid by Uber.
Right. But that's what I mean, Sergio.
SEIU is paid by Uber.
All right, but here you got to understand something too, because I think Sergio said it that they're going to put standards on who can be a union member.
They're going to put restrictions on who can join by the amount of trips that they do, like median. I read some language, so they're going to put some stuff that. First of all, 80% of the drivers don't want unions. 80% of the drivers don't want to be unionized. They want to stay independent contractors anyway. So the other advantage they have is if the unions do happen and they do strike, whether there's 80% or 60%, 50% even that didn't join, the algorithm is going to switch and feed all the scabs, let's say, the trips. They're not going to send any to the union.
That's not fair. That's not fair to call them scabs.
No, I'm not. I mean, that's the word I'm using. I'm not saying scabs, but what I'm trying to say is that they're going to still have plenty of drivers that they can feed trips to, even if the union strikes. So they're not going to get hurt that much.
Well, Uber knows they're going to be ants on this platform till Jesus comes back. And with that thought in mind, they know already that there are going to be a set amount of people that'll take that $2.65 trip and goes, I got to do it. I got to do it. And they'll do it anyway. Now, when that happens, of course, it's going to screw up the stuff for the guy who says, I got to put in this hours because now I'm unionized and I want to make this per hour per day. I got to make my money. And they're going to mess with those guys doing it. But the collective bargaining says, give us that big pot of the gross. Give us 55% of that or 60% of that money gross, not what it costs to you, none of that crap, but the fare, the true fare. If they do it that way, because the NBA doesn't say, well, owners, what does it cost you to run an NBA franchise and break us off a piece? No.
Yeah, but Gambit, I don't think that's how it's going to go for you.
But that's what I mean. They're
and I'm going to tell you why.
Now, they're negotiating now. Yeah, go ahead.
NBA players don't get paid by the hour. You guys got AB. What is it out there? The $23. What the hell is that shit called?
Prop 22.
But that's
Prop 22.
That's a fantasy.
Wait. Is it a legal document?
It's something
a legal document?
Sergio catches them every time not doing it right. It's legal stuff, like you said. But it's always going to be done wrong. We're just trying to get enough stuff on our side that says, give us enough stuff on that paper to help us a little bit. Because if they leave us behind, we're screwed.
I understand, but I'm I'm coming from the outside. I'm coming from Florida looking into California. Okay. Because there was a time here 15, 20 years ago, California led the nation. Whatever happened in California would eventually trickle down to the rest of the nation. That's how it used to be. Okay. Now, you guys got Prop 22 out there, which is based on an hourly wage, correct? If you don't make so much money per active hour, they top you off, as Sergio likes to say, correct?
That's for food, not for us drivers who drive. That's for food.
So then how are drivers topped off?
Remember, for drivers, we don't get topped off because we cherry pick. They know the bulk of us are going to put in
But
time.
there are drivers that get topped off. So
many.
So
I mean, the
a
top
lot
off,
of people do.
Prop 22 works best for delivery drivers because they don't they get topped off literally every week. That's what happens.
Right.
I understand.
And that's the only reason why they do it
included
too.
in that program. That's the point.
But are rideshare drivers subjected to that same legal document?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's the law.
So
that's the
when
law.
when dealing with a collective bargaining agreement, I just don't want you to get your hopes up too high. I want the best for you, without questions. But I've dealt with this. I've negotiated 3 CBAs. I know what contractors are required to open up, at least here in Florida, and what they're not required to open up to you. You guys have already established yourselves as an hourly independent contractor by having Prop 22 or Prop 23. I'm sorry, I forget. Okay. And so that puts you already in their crosshairs. The second part to that is Sergio is correct. They can set the standards by which who can be a union member and who can be an apprentice, which they're gonna dictate to you what they consider a full-time driver and what they consider a part-time driver. It's semantics, it's names, but it's the same shit.
I think this will work better for full-time drivers, the unionization idea. And out of all full-time drivers, probably 80% will not want to be unionized, and then 20%. So the number out of the 800,000 is going to be very different anyway. But look, this is something Uber and Lyft both agreed to, where they were 100% against for forever unionization of drivers, but the back room deal was cut to move it along with SB 371, lowering their commercial insurance rates. And last moment they agreed to it. So
that's why we needed you in there, Sergio. Still fight to get in that room, my man. I think we need somebody who drives.
Won't let me. They won't let me, bro. They won't let me. I mean, like, this negotiation's going on for about a $2 billion settlement with the AG and the city AGs. I told them flat out, I would like to be in that room to negotiate, because I don't think you guys are going to negotiate a fair deal. You guys probably bend over for $800 million. For that, labor thing, which is between 2016 and 2020. And they said, no, we know what's going on. So, I'm in contact with them. I sent them like questionnaires to ask Uber, to ask this question, to ask that question, to do this, to do that. So that's going to be a big ass settlement. But then Uber and Lyft made that money back 5x probably over the last 6-7 years anyway.
Damn.
So, but I just don't want the drivers to get shortchanged.
If you don't have somebody from the rideshare industry representing you, I understand you guys they're going to go through this other union, which is who cares what they are. If you don't
there
have
are no unions.
proper
there are no unions in that. There are no unions in that negotiation.
No.
Well, who's going to sit down? Who's going to sit down and negotiate your contract?
Politicians.
No. Well, this is separate. This is the settlement talks that are going on with 3 city attorneys and the California AG.
Okay, but I didn't know we moved on. I thought we were still talking about the union stuff.
Oh no, unions. No, that's nobody was actually for those conversations. Only SEIU was in there, which stands for service workers, right? Service something international
they're
union.
The catch-all union. Yeah, they're the catch-all union. They're the if you don't belong to any specific industry union, you come to us. Service community, whatever the hell it is, right? I know it. Bunch of anyway.
But anyway, nobody was in the room when they were. Other than them, nobody was in the room. Them being the largest union, I guess, in California, took it upon themselves to represent, but that they didn't put anything beneficial to the driver in there, which they could have.
No.
So Joe, the coolest thing you could have did of giving that input is saying, hey, politicians, look at Washington State, goddammit. Screw all the other crap that's going on. Look at Washington State and try to stick to that number and then work from there. If they did that,
but don't they have a problem with drivers? Less drivers making money right now?
Nope. I have
Drivers
drivers
aren't.
that are absolutely killing it. So look, the numbers, Washington State numbers, are perfectly set for quality over quantity, and you don't need to drive your brain into the ground. You accept every trip and make yourself a few $100 in a few hours and go home.
Like the old days.
The demand is
Yep.
still there. The demand is still there. Uber and Lyft are not doing it. In fact, Uber, specifically Uber, part of the meeting today was about, I said I would like to have data from Mexico, Brazil, and UK about cash versus cashless trips comparison in assaults and robberies. They said, well, we can't give you that data. I go, why not?
Sergio hit him with logic. There you go, Sergio. Hit him with logic, and they don't like logic, dude. When you
No,
make
they
sense
didn't.
to them,
They
you scare the
literally
hell
told
out of
me.
them with
They
logic.
literally told me to take a hike. And,
Right.
I said, well,
That's
okay,
logical, right.
I will write my article without you. They
Right.
said, no, we're not going to give you that data.
Right.
I go, why? Because I already have the data. There's
Right.
something called SIPC. It's called Safety Interpersonal Conflict. And I know all the codes, all the shit that they know, because I have insiders there that have been feeding me all the shit. And I said, so is it because it's 8x? The number is 8x in cash versus cashless trips, robberies, and assaults. 8x.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. In Mexico, Brazil, and UK.
Uber
8x.
knows this.
Uber
It's that
knows that.
corporate. Yeah, that's that corporate. Give us $1, damn the people.
Yep, for sure. So they said,
I've done a lot of cash. I've done a lot of cash rides in Mexico on Uber. I would choose the cash option versus through the debit card thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of drivers are cool with it. Some of them are. I sometimes I forget that I'm walking out of the door. And they're like, hey, where's the payment? You chose cash. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. And you pay them.
No, but that's you. But the numbers are the numbers, right? I mean, the odds of you getting robbed or assaulted is going to be a lot higher. Anyway,
we got a cash payment ping this morning.
Did you?
And then it said cash, and I was like,
oh my
God. Like, dude, you should have taken it. You should have taken it to see. But
no,
they're like they were scared.
That was the one you sent me, right?
People took it already.
Yeah, you seen that one that I sent you? $4 and change.
$4.72. Now, this is what I thought of when I saw that, right? And I'm just gonna let you know I was in the middle of my trading when I was talking to you, goddammit. So you better fucking feel special tonight, okay? Right? Because I don't ever answer my damn phone when the fucking market's open in the morning. To nobody except my wife. That's it. But I saw $4.72 cash payment. And then I thought about, well, wait a minute. Uber takes 50, 60%, 70% of the fare. So how the hell they're charging the rider $4.72? And then how much would you have gotten paid out of that ride? Would have been $2, less than $3. It'd been like $2.50, $2.40. And they would have got their $2 and whatever the difference is on your next online ride.
I don't even want to think about their cash rides and the math they're trying to calculate. I ain't gonna accept not one.
My point,
not freaking one of them. I'm not gonna accept.
Well, did you? Obviously, none of you watched Show Me the Money yesterday.
No.
Okay. So we did put up a cash chip that the driver did in Los Angeles on Sunday, and he did not know because it was on Trip Radar. He said match, and he matched, and then it was a couple from Spain, tourists. Okay. And he took him there. It was about a 15-minute trip, 8-mile ride. Uber was paying $8.40 or $8.50 to the driver. He took it, not knowing it was cash. Long story short, the trip ended. The tourists were asking him, like, how do we pay you? The guy goes, he thought it was a cashless trip. He goes, I swiped it over, ended the trip, and then the window popped up to collect cash. Okay. Then I figured it was a cash chip. At that time, though, these two people had already walked away from his car. Oh. Gotten out of the car. And then he pulls the window down and goes, hey, and then they come back. And they handed him $36.
No.
Well, look,
Oh,
look at the
okay.
screenshots we put up on Show Me the Money yesterday.
Oh my God.
So they handed him
God.
$36, and then I said, you should have put in 20 and kept yourself a $16 tip.
True that.
Because you have to hand enter the fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Right,
How
right.
much money was given?
So he
So
goes, I
Uber
can't
was
do that.
collecting
sir.
36.
I'm an honest person. I can't do that. So he did put in 36, what they paid, right?
Right.
And he sent me the full receipt. It's on the show. It's the screenshots. The receipt shows up like this: rider fare 36, your part $8 and whatever it was. There's no
Wow.
breakdown. There's nothing.
Bend over.
There's
Exactly.
nothing. There's nothing. They're going to make so much money on this. So the breakdown, okay, on that trip was 36 for to the rider, $8, let's say, to the driver, 75% for Uber, 25% for the driver. And you know how on regular cashless trips you have commercial insurance line item, you have
Right.
city taxes. There's nothing in here. It just says
Wow.
36 minus 8, and then the driver had minus 26. So now the driver has to pay Uber minus $26.
What the fuck?
And now, guys, this is what I mean. Think about this is what Uber's been doing the minute they started upfront fares, saying we take as much as we want. F you drivers, we'll put in mumbo jumbo. This is what our insurance costs. This is what our little fee costs. This is our little insurance charge. But we're taking all of this money, and you're gonna take this flat dumbass fee. And that's
Yep.
that's why it got really sucky for most veteran drivers.
That's for sure,
I-
yeah.
I-
And then so the
I
26, so the 26 is deducted from all the money he made that day because he. So I was like kind of saying, I forgot to say that to Uber today. I said, you know, as drivers, since we're collecting for you, we should be charging you like a service fee or some shit. We're collecting for you.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you're
Taking
taking
the
on,
risk,
and
yeah.
you're taking on, and you're
We're
taking on
collecting.
8x
We're
the risk.
collecting your take rate. I mean, we should collect something for that. I'm not your collection agent. I'm an independent
Nope.
contractor,
Yeah.
right?
Oh well.
$10
all right.
service. $10 service fee.
damn.
But this is exactly
There you
why
go.
I say they're going to get completely destroyed.
So,
by
folks, if you're going to do
subscription-based
cash
services.
trips, and you have to enter in a box that Uber represents or presents to you when you slide it over to end the trip, if they overpay you, say, fuck you, Uber. I'm going to tip myself really nice. Just put in 20 if it's 35 and collect the $15 tip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, see,
And then you'll be minus 12 instead of minus 26 for Uber.
well, see,
That's
Sergio,
insanity.
we were talking on the Discord earlier that if the passenger pays you X amount, and you
Mhm.
say, you know what, they paid me cash, but I'm gonna say, you know what, fuck it, they didn't pay me, so Uber can, right? They'll cover you if they didn't pay,
Right.
right? So if they say they paid 40, you collected 40, and you tell Uber, hey, they didn't pay me or whatever, they forgot. Okay, here's your 40
Right.
that you were supposed to get paid or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, you could look.
And
You
then
could.
the driver
There's.
could be a fuck up to
Yeah.
think that he's making money, but also the passenger could say, you know what, I'm not paying you shit, I'm bouncing.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
And that's
they
gonna
can
happen
do
too.
that. You have to go chase your money from Uber. I'm
What-
sure people will do that. They'll just order the Uber cash trip, get in, say, okay, I have no money. They go,
Well,
yes, sir. We're not going to
Well, the
argue.
drunk
with you.
person is
Just
going to
clean
do
up
it every
for you.
weekend. Trust me, that drunk person is going to get in your car and says,
Like-
look, let me go ahead and sucker me a driver because I'm drunk as hell. I'm going to get a ride home. And then he'll have to fight my drunk ass because I'm getting out of his car for him
Well-
taking me home for free. We know
And
that's
yeah,
going to
but-
happen all over everywhere.
And then you go call Philippines, try to get your money out of that.
Right.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
fuck no, dude.
Wait. We all drivers already have a problem. Buddha just went through it. He was sleeping at the wheel. They said he was sleeping at the wheel.
Yeah.
Wait. Now you get a cash ride.
Yeah.
Hey, I paid that
Mhm.
guy,
Yeah.
and that guy was all over the place. Meanwhile, he told Buddha, go get fucked. I'm not paying you.
Yeah. You can do whatever. But that's
Oh my
why.
God.
That's why I said, if you're going to do cash trips, you better have a beautiful dash cam where you take the cash and show it to your dash cam, like this is what I collected, kind of a thing, right? As proof. Because there will be riders, even if they paid you in cash, they're going to tell Uber, I paid him 50, something,
Mhm.
Right.
and then so they can get Uber credit, right? What could go wrong with any of this? Nothing.
Everything.
All I'm
Now-
saying is, if you get in my car, you better hand me money as you get in my car that cash or we're not
You won't be
rolling.
getting in
And
my
I've been
car
doing.
with cash. We won't be doing cash rides.
Well,
So
that's
that
what I
brings me
mean.
up
But see,
to
the person who just want to give you that cash and says, "Look, here's a Chris $100 bill. Take me 2 miles. Show me the $100 bills. Then
Yeah.
let's talk about
Well,
it. You know what's dangerous? You got to
the
collect.
last thing. Look, before I go, the last thing I want to say about this cash thing is right. Okay. So, so we talked about all the problems potentially could arise and this and that. Okay. As far as as far as the the rider can lie, the driver can lie. We have to prove now again that we
Yep.
didn't call you all that shit. We have to go through chase our money. The important thing to understand in all of this is I priced that exact same trip because I know the pickup, I know the drop off at the same time of the day. Okay. I think, first of all, there's no breakdown. There's no commercial insurance. There's nothing. So Uber always have told me that, Sergio, you're calculating, you're spewing misinformation to your community because you're saying that rider pays 100, we pay the driver 50. You're telling your folks that the take rate is 50%. I go, exactly correct. That's what I'm saying because that's pure fucking math. They go, no, it's not, because you take the commercial insurance, you say the city taxes, sometimes airport fees, state taxes, all that shit. That whatever is left over is our take rate. But I go, I don't know how you calculate your commercial insurance rates until you tell me with full transparency. Then I will change my mind about your take rate calculations.
They calculate their insurance rate with a $20 billion buyback. That's how we do it.
But here's the big thing. Here's the big thing. I believe, since there is no breakdown, and I priced the exact same trip. It was a 8-mile trip that lasted 15 minutes. I priced the exact same trip from the same pickup to the same drop-off the next day. The fare that showed up was about $23.
Oh,
Uber charged these Spaniard tourists $36.
Sergio, did I tell you that?
I think on these cash trips, their take rate is going to go through the roof.
Didn't I tell you, Sergio, that even when you don't think it's surging, and that's what some drivers go, how do you pick those fares? I said, look, just because you don't see the damn surge, that doesn't mean Uber doesn't surge the damn price. Uber surges the price
100%.
when they want to surge the price, and they take what they want when they want to. That's what you got to decide what you want. The minute you start taking that low fare, they don't care what they give you. They're just going to give you a low fare.
I know. I fully understand that there's hidden surge on a lot of trips where private drivers don't pay attention to. But on these cash trips, what was Uber's idea? There is 15% of the population is unbanked or underbanked. We want to help these people. Well, they're not going to help anybody. They're going to fuck them royally. They're going to rape them
royally. Absolutely.
They're going to rape them more because I look at that trip, the take rate 75-25 to Uber.
I see that all the time. That's what I see.
Well, they're going to go, because they know those two were tourists. They need a trip. They need a ride. They go, okay, we'll just screw them. $36. Or the cleaning lady that's going to get in your car that is unbanked or underbanked, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly,
She's gonna pay.
Uber's going to go cash chip. Oh, automatic cash chip. Because what I want to look at, and I told them that, I go, the breakdown, you guys need to put the breakdown. I want to see, is there a service fee now? Because it's a cash trip.
Of course there is.
Fees, because there's no breakdown. It says 36.
Remember, Sergio, they got data on every trip. Because if you take that trip more than one time from one area, that system registers that and says, here's our calculation, just like a slot machine saying, we're going to get this much profit off of this trip. Now, sometimes we may get less profit. Other times we're going to get more profit. And that system determines that and gets the profit when they want to. That's why the driver has to decide, I need an XYZ dollar amount to do the trip. Don't get caught up in the up and down yo-yoing of the price, because Uber yo-yos that price because they got the data on what every trip from airport, whether it's a house, whether it's from a club, they know the distance from each mile. I know. See, I worked that 24-hour clock knowing that late night you're going to get a rate, early morning you're going to get a rate, midday you're going to get those crazy rates.
It's already known. It's already known, and Sergio's validated it, verified it, that between 1 and 4 p.m. on a Sunday the price is one thing, and then from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. the price is another thing, and 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. is this, and if you're getting up out the hood, you're going to pay one price. If you're coming up out the hills, you're going to pay another price. If you're this ethnicity, you're going to pay one price. If you're that, we know it is what it is. It's the what do y'all call it? The enshittification of the game.
What Upfront Fares did for Uber, it guaranteed them a profit on every single trip. Period.
Oh, absolutely.
Guaranteed.
100%.
Guaranteed.
100%.
And that's why the ride.
Before there will be chips that Uber would lose their asses, and there'll be negatives and
That's
shit.
why
You don't
I
see
was
that.
hoping Show Me the Money would just hit enough drivers. They would tell enough drivers, but man, we're never going to meet the masses, man, to tell them to stop doing this stuff.
You can't.
Basically, it's one of those
You
things
can't.
that how do we get the number up? I ain't figured it out. I have no
Well,
idea, you know.
here's the thing. You're never so all right, let's play the speculation game here for a minute. We got some traders on this panel in all different types of shapes and forms. Let's play speculation for a minute. How many illegal accounts right now are operating in the United States? Percentage? 10%? 15%? Is that a fair number? 8%? What do you think the number is?
I'll go with.
You think it's higher, lower, in between?
No, I'll go with 10%.
I think 25%.
I'll go with 15.
All right, so we're going to go with 12%, right? 12% of the accounts, of every driver account, 12% of every driver account online in the nation right now don't give a flying fuck about Vinny in the panel, or Sergio in his panel, or Nicole, or Steve, or New York. They don't give a flying F about none of that.
That's why I'm pissed off that they talk shit to you, Sergio. They shouldn't call yourself crap. You're doing your data, and they hate your data because it's correct.
No, it's correct. And before I leave, I'm going to say something. What would you guys think of me if Uber sponsored Show Me the Money Club?
I would
Sleeping with the devil, huh?
I would never watch again. I'd never watch again.
Okay.
And I like you.
Okay.
But
I would analyze it and make my decision after I heard a few shows, because I know you, Sergio. If anything different from the guy I've been seeing for the last few years, then I would not watch it. I would not watch it just because they sponsored it. But I know exactly how you advocate for drivers. And the minute that advocation sort of wavered, every guy here knows they would see you wavering, and it wouldn't be no question of what we're watching now.
Okay, cool. All right. Are we gonna do this finance thing, bro?
I mean, we can. I still wanted to
today. I gotta go eat, but I'm like, let's set up a date so we can do it. We can help some people.
Okay, let's do that. Well, wait a minute. Is Uber going to sponsor it?
Well, no, not even that, Sergio. Sergio, I want you to commit to doing a dub account, because whatever you do, I want to say 1,000 to 10,000. I want you to commit to doing that.
You see that look I'm getting?
I know.
Oh.
I think if Sergio does this sponsor thing with Uber, I mean, hey, get your bag, but remember how the people perceive you as a driver is thinking that, hey, you know, we might have Sergio, you know, talking for us with these big companies, right? But maybe after the fact, they're like, oh, well, like the comments on every Show Me the Money Club, right? They're like, oh, Sergio sponsored, oh, Sergio's bought out, Sergio's this and that. So now they have a reason to say some stupid shit like that now, right?
But they've been trying to throw Sergio a bag for years, though. They've already offered him a job and said, come on over to the dark side. And Sergio's been turning them down. So if Sergio says, give us the bag, and he walks out the door, I'm not going to fault you, my man.
Hey, bro,
If you think back, they threw Randy the Uber man himself a bag. He took that bag, and then he walked with it and went over and did his other thing.
Okay, no. I didn't say anything about it. I just asked a question.
Oh, you know you're getting a phone call tomorrow, right? You know you're getting a phone call tomorrow, right?
Phone call from where? DK?
I'll call you right now, goddamn.
You know what? I was so busy today, my phone died. First time since I bought that Samsung. Fucking thing battery died. I used it so much today.
Well, Sergio, this is what I'll tell you, Sergio. If you do run for office, I'm still gonna back your campaign. I'm gonna work on your campaign. The minute you say, all right, guys, I need help, I'm gonna give you a hand. Whatever campaign you decide to run for office, I'm there working with you, my man.
If I do get out of this,
oh shit!
I want to run for some sort of something.
If you sound like Harry, we know why.
Look, Harry. Nobody knows Harry. I am the rideshare guy now, so all I know is. I mean, no, it's a fact. Look, he told me that the other day. He goes, he goes, you're the rideshare guy basically last 3-4 years. Nobody knows me. I still do my thing, write my driver list, just articles that 12 people watch or whatever. He goes, you're the guy, and I go, yeah.
Harry's wife is a doctor. He can get a new Tesla, and when he wants to, he's happy as hell raising his family,
So-
Oh,
living his
Harry,
life.
So two things.
Harry made his money long time ago. So he's
Long
a smart
time ago.
guy. He kept his money.
So before
Yep.
Sergio leaves, two things we got to deal with. Number one, I want to get Geo Dom's comment up here because this is something it's happening right now in South Florida. What about Uber preparing to remove Premier and pushing black through Florida, Miami market next year, forcing black truck drivers, SUV drivers, to get commercial insurance costing another $600 to $900 a month? It's crazy. Now, here's the thing that you guys don't understand. I used to carry commercial. I had the business. A lot of y'all know I used to move people. All right. And I can tell you, whatever I know what Steven's paying for his commercial insurance out there. And I know what I was paying for my commercial insurance. And there ain't no damn difference. And they're only talking about a 26-cent supplement for the stuff that Steven and Buddha are doing. And then commercial drivers, the big SUVs, and let me tell you, there are more SUVs. I keep saying this, there are more SUVs in the South Florida market than I think would absolutely challenge LA market, New York City market. Okay, we got them. We got Suburbans on every other corner, right? Commercial insurance is anywhere from $9,000 to $11,000 a year, basic. And we don't get no cheap insurance. We get the same cost that y'all got out there. A 26-cent supplement?
Is that what they're offering?
St. Louis.
Yeah.
St. Louis is 16
P3
cents.
mile? Is that what they're offering?
20. It's now not for the black, for the for what's going on with you guys out there.
Yeah.
To carry on commercial insurance
for economy
on Uber X, on the economy rides, 26 cents per mile P3.
No, that's bullshit.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
I'll send you the
did you guys get that?
screenshot.
A Florida driver sent me something about auto accept on priority on Lyft, or you have to, if you're in priority.
Oh my God.
Something.
Oh,
What is that? Did you guys get that? They sent it to me. I'm like, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
St. Louis supplement is 16 cents a mile.
Bro, what they want to do is now priority is available to all drivers.
But they have filters. They have filters, right? You can set your filter according to what you want. What kind of trip you want to auto accept?
I saw the one that should not be named. I saw he posted that on Twitter today. I haven't seen that. That I have not seen.
No, I wasn't on Twitter.
But it was filters. Yeah, it was filters. It was filtered out.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you have you can set your own filters to how much money you want to make, how much what kind of rider you want to accept, and it gives you like a filter, and it gives you unlimited area filters and things like that. So
yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, well, it's stupid. You know why it's stupid to me?
I don't know.
If it's priority mode, first of all, you're already driving at a discount.
Yeah, 15%.
Right? Priority mode is a discount.
Yeah,
you're driving at a discount. So just like if I ever get into whatever. With that guy doing the bonuses with the priority mode, all they're doing is paying him back with his own fucking money from a regular ride.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Okay.
You're driving at a 15 to 20% discount on priority mode with Lyft.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to get more rides, but your expenses, I don't care what you're driving, a Prius, Tesla, tricycle, I don't give a shit what you're driving. Your expenses go up. You're doing more rides. You're putting yourself at more risk for a 15 to 20% discount just to make another $120 on 50 rides. They're paying you with your own money.
But you can get the bonuses.
It's like they're putting stiletto heels on your feet every time they do this. It's like a hooker on the street, and they're giving you 1 extra inch to walk on them damn heels just to go make that buck that you think you're trying to make, and that's what that's about.
What's it say down there at the bottom? What does it say down at the bottom? What's it saying at the bottom?
Stop being pimped to find your pivot. What if I want to be sold off on the corner, dog?
Hey man,
being an entrepreneur, selling a piece of tail,
Urban and all my Uber friends are worried because we have over $1,000 payments plus now commercial insurance. Gio, I know. This is why I said 2 years ago, but it's so tough, and I don't want to be that guy, but it's tough, man, because you get new people that come into the game. We all know we get new people all the time. We all know
And
that
they
the,
think they know
that the apps,
everything.
and they think they know everything, and the apps favor the newer drivers because they're
Yep.
still taking whatever, because they're
Mhm.
still under the assumption they have to take everything. And
Yep.
then the OGs get kicked to the curb. Hey, oh, you know what? We'll throw them a ride today. Hey, let's let them have one good day so we'll be back out here for the next month.
Right.
And
Yep.
everybody went and bought all these goddamn trucks and Mercedes and Suburbans and that's, you know, bro, I saw, this will make y'all laugh. I saw the other day a goddamn Lyric and the new Escalade side by side at the airport Sunday in the middle of the afternoon at the least amount of time where flights are coming in. 2 electric Cadillacs. The Lyric is 60,000 base. Okay. The new Escalade is 140 base. Sitting in the airport waiting on a ride.
Hungry black SUV drivers are the hungriest drivers right now because
Oh
them
my
damn payments
God.
are meeting them. It's meeting them like a fat girl every day. Like, here's my fat payments you got to bring
But
to
it
me every
doesn't,
day to drive
right.
this truck.
But now it doesn't matter. But now again, but that
I have
doesn't
a
matter
theory
because
about that though.
the more they scale in the AVs and the more they can get people to get their own commercial insurance, the more they can negotiate these contracts in California and in New York and Minneapolis and whatever. It doesn't matter, bro. They're going to come out smelling like a rose. Somebody said something. Somebody I watch every morning for the market breakdown, right? Options Insiders, Desi, right? Desi, this guy's gone from nothing to absolutely doing everything. Okay, day trader. He said something the other day about Uber, and Sergio, I think you'll appreciate this. He called Uber a staple. Uber is now a staple in our economy. Uber is now a staple in our society. They have wiggled wormed their way in to damn near being too big to fail.
Yeah.
Government contracts.
That's been forever.
McDonald's worker that's got to get to work and they ain't going to catch the bus. They'd rather pay the extra $3 to ride the Uber or whatever. And what did I say about AVs? They're going to start AVs in the hood. They're going to start in low income areas, which is usually around downtown. So you're either a business person downtown or you're struggling to make it downtown. I don't know anybody else in downtown that's got suburbia $1 million mansions sitting right there downtown. And it's exactly what they're doing. And they're just moving anyway.
But somehow
my bad, yo.
They have priced these prices throughout the world masterfully just to keep enough drivers floating at 8 million drivers. Now, when I tell you, somehow those numbers, I don't know how they do it dynamically to keep enough drivers on the platform, but they do because more drivers are keep coming as they lose. They keep a fat supply coming constantly to keep these prices the way they're
one
going.
thing I'm gonna take off is you guys have to respect and appreciate the scope and scale of the system that they're running. Okay.
Yep, I do.
And the complexity of it is really mind-numbing once you get inside and you understand and you just go, oh,
that's why you just got to step back sometime and go, God damn, how are you doing it? Because that's what I said. I said, I don't know how they're doing it. When I see guys do it at a low price, I go, I don't know. Let me step back and see what the hell is going on because I don't know. I go, what's going on?
It's really simple. Leverage the peasants, keep them fighting against each other, and you'll always come out on top. It's age old. Since the beginning of civilization, that's how it's always been.
Yeah.
The strength, what do they say? 8 families rule the world. That's not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. No, they have figured it out. They have figured everything out, and they're powerful. I mean, doesn't mean you don't fight with them. You do it, but you get your punches in and then get out when without getting killed. But no, they're powerful, and all these deals that they do in closed doors. What happens is that a lot of these politicians, when they get in the room with Uber, they get starstruck. They really do.
I think so too, yeah.
They get starstruck like you're in a room with Kardashians or some shit, right? It's a 230 billion S&P 500 company. And you're looking at it and you go like, oh shit, maybe there is something.
If they come out of that meeting and say every driver has to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, then we know we're going to be eating from the bottom of the barrel because that's how I think they're going to come out of that meeting saying.
Well, I saw, and I'll make this the last piece, and then Sergio will figure out we can do this next week. But you, me, and Steven got to get together for this financial thing, and then we'll make that happen. Listen, I saw somewhere that Lyft said they were going to make priority. That you had every driver on the Lyft platform was going to be required to work X amount of hours on priority.
Oh, really? I didn't know that one.
That's what I mean, dude.
read
That's that crazy.
somewhere. And if they do that, people are still going to go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
there's gonna be a class. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, they are for sure. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, whatever. So.
All right, Sergio, you do your thing on Wednesday night with your channel, right?
Yeah, but
Sergio
I'm
Video?
usually done at 6. So.
Yeah, but that's 9 o'clock our time. So, all right,
you guys start at 6?
let's make it a point. Yeah, we get started at 9. Let's make it a point. You, me, and Steven one day this week. Steven's secretary will reach out to your secretary, and
Sounds
I'll just
good.
show up because
Okay.
I probably have more freedom than I think you two guys have. So then we can do what we got to do. We get that done because it needs to be done.
No. I think it'll be like you won't change.
Steven and I were talking about it earlier.
You won't change anybody's life. Look, you won't change anybody's life. But what it will do is it will give him an understanding of that there are other things that people can do even with small amounts of money that could provide a return of capital as opposed to whatever they're doing with their money. And just basic understanding of stuff, nothing heavy, nothing deep or whatever.
All right.
But I think
so we'll get into that next week.
We're gonna do that. So every time I'm here, I'll give you guys a trade.
Yep, you've been given a stock. What's your stock this week?
Today's the symbol is S as in Sam, B as in boy, E as in Eric, T as in Tom.
SMET.
No.
SBET.
SBET.
SVET.
S Sam, Boyd, Edward, Tony.
SBET. Sharp Link Gaming?
Yes, sir. So the three so far were We Ride. It was about 7.5 range, got up to 10, so you guys should have made some money. Second one was Shorting Joby. It was about 17, just hit 13 today, so you guys should have made solid 30% on that. This one is the next one, SBET. I am all in these trades, otherwise I wouldn't say it. None of this is financial trading or investment advice. Don't do what I do. What I do is very risky. Do your own due diligence before you jump in. So that's what I bought today. I put in a massive, not massive, but solid position on today, and I will add tomorrow.
Long or short?
Long. Well, I'm doing an option strategy, but you guys can buy the shares if you guys want to.
Yeah, it's trading. Where's it at here? Hold on. Right now.
That's it.
Trading at $16 right now.
16 something. Yeah.
Yeah, 1670. Yeah, 1682.
It has something to do with Ethereum. So just that'll be
okay.
It'll be a hint.
All right. Okay. Let me add this in where I need to add it in.
Okay. So I'm long and strong. As of Friday, added today. We'll add again tomorrow. I scale in, I scale out. Don't shoot all your wad at once. If you're going to accumulate properly, because nobody catches the top, nobody catches the bottom.
And what you just said there, Sergio, I got to watch you because that's what scares me right now. The nerves of steel, the riding in and out. I don't know how to do it. And every time I think I do, I seem to stumble and stub my toe and it hurts. So I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I can't ride.
Well, riding in and out is not necessarily the end game. Riding in and out is for people who have the time to ride in and out, but investing has nothing to do with riding in and out. Simple, very simple things you can do that because compounding is a very powerful thing. Very powerful thing. And once you understand the effect of compounding, even with satisfactory minimal 8-10% returns, which is the indexes, you could be set for life if you're especially younger than me. But the point I'm trying to make is the reason there is a massive wealth gap and it's widening in this country between the haves and the have-nots. The haves have figured out this game a long time ago. I'm talking Rockefeller times. And it's specifically after 1971, where we get off the gold standard and the dollar became a synthetic commodity where we can create dollars out of thin air which we do continuously every single day. And in layman's terms, it's called printing and spending, which is the curse of both sides, Democrats and Republicans. There's no side, you don't take sides on that. Is
100%.
that you must understand the correlation between the money supply that sloshes around in the trillions around the globe and what happens to hard assets. Look at gold at 3,600. Look at crypto. Look at stock market. Look at real estate. Look at all these hard assets. So one last sentence. Don't slave harder. Save in hard assets. You will always be okay, because that's what the rich have figured out. The rich have figured out that they have to collect hard assets because those asset prices keep pace with inflation and debasing of the currency and losing value, because dollar is trash. So far, it's lost about 11% of its value against a basket of currencies. The $100 you have in your pocket 5 years ago, it still says 100 when you whip it out today, but it will definitely not buy $100 worth of goods for you than it did.
Not even close.
So
not even close.
Once you figure that game out, and once you figure out the investing part, long-term investing, trading is something that you have to do. You have to be nimble enough. You have to understand the game. And unfortunately, 90% lose because they don't have the knowledge. They YOLO, they FOMO, they do all kinds of bullshit. And there are guys like me out there who, I mean, will be glad to eat their lunch before breakfast. But the point I'm trying to make in all of this is invest. Whatever it is that you invest for the long haul, power of compounding will get you there. Not Uber is not going to get you there. Your daddy is not going to get you there. Your government's not going to get you there. The only way you're going to get there is by you, not by anything else. And I think we're done.
Good advice. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward. I'm still waiting for the real estate market to burst because I'm prepared for that. I'm just not prepared for
that's not going to happen either. That's not going to happen either because there's so much money sloshing around.
I know, that's what's crazy.
One of my members asked me today during my live stream. He says, Serge, how much can this shenanigans, this game can go on? I go, they had a chance in 2008 to stop it. But what they did is they created a bigger bubble. In 2008, it took the government something called TARP, Toxic Asset Repurchase Program. The taxpayer only had to spend $800 billion to save all of the banks. They should have let all the banks go under. They should have let all the airlines go under. If you can't run a profitable business, you don't belong in business.
Right.
They created too big to fail. Once they created too big to fail, now they have to keep pumping that bubble because you have no chance of allowing air come out because it's musical chairs, right? At this moment, you cannot afford to stop the music. You just Now you just, because there is 9 people in the room and there's only 1 chair left. If you stop the music, horrible shit's gonna happen. So we kick the can down the road. We keep printing. We keep spending. We keep printing. We keep spending, and that's the way it's gonna work. Look at around the world. Look at around the world. Look at all of you should go. Simple things. Look at the 30-year UK bond rates, 30-year JGB, Japanese government bond rates, 30-year German Bund rates. Go look at where those rates are. You guys will understand what I'm talking about. This game will never be allowed to end. It cannot end, because if it does end, the next day, US is going to look very, 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 very different. So saving our hard assets, period. Don't slave harder, because that's what they want you to do. Save and invest. Save and invest.
Hopefully none of us will not die from all this craziness happening. And
well, I mean, you know, this, you know what? I look forward to the financial show we do, because there's so much more to that than just that basic little piece about save and invest. I think, well, and you know, we can talk about it then, but I mean, at the same time, you know, you got to teach your kids better. You got to teach your grandkids better.
Yeah, let's definitely talk about that next when we do it.
Yeah, because
instead of teaching about transgender bullshit in fucking elementary school, teach them about fucking finance.
Exactly. They should also have a portfolio.
But anyway, that's a different topic. Anyway, so much love to you all. Wait, Sergio have an OnlyFans? No, I don't. I don't know. I mean, I never even thought about it, honestly. I don't know what part of my body I can show on OnlyFans that would make me money. My nose, my Armenian nose, maybe. I don't know.
That's between you and your wife, Sergio. We ain't
Nose
trying to have a
fetish.
conversation about that.
People have nose fetish. Mr. Gambit, I will see you next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, my man. Looking forward to it.
You will do great in that fucking panel. I'll just let you talk.
Already, my man. That's gonna be a blast. Looking forward to it.
No, it should be fun. We'll get some good grub and get $100 in our pocket.
There you go.
Done. So if anybody's in LA, please show up. It's on our community page on the Rideshare.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? You got to tell people what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't know. Do you have anybody in LA from here?
Steven
hey,
should go.
Scott, you should come to that.
See, now all of a sudden we're finding people.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Scott's too busy making real money.
No, you don't even know what it is, Buddha.
Well, you haven't said anything. You just said, "Oh,
well, go to the fucking YouTube channel community page and see what it is. And if you're the first 25, you get $100 to show up and get a free meal out of it.
Oh my God, he's gonna tempt him with
Hey,
food.
I took Torsten for his free free in and out the other day.
I don't know that. Whatever. It's okay.
I'll put a Gig You hat on.
Okay.
I just deleted that, by the way. But go ahead. You were
deleted
saying
what?
Gig You.
Oh, you did? It didn't work?
No, I tried it for a month. It worked half the time.
Yeah, they're working on it.
It worked half the time. I'm not going to pay somebody $7.
Well, NFL starts this weekend, guys. I'm going to try my cherry picking skills. I'm looking for that email of $25 for each pickup at the NFL games. If they come,
oh yeah,
yeah,
your time is here.
Yes,
your
sir.
time is up, sir. Well, you let me know. You let me know on Wednesday how you did.
I got you.
Okay. All right.
All right. I just posted. All right, Sergio. We'll get together. We'll get this thing set up for next week.
Yes,
I just posted. I just posted 2 links in the chat. You guys can go check out Sergio's financial channel, and I also linked a thing called Jesse Livermore Trading Insights.
Well, all right, I'm going to say one thing before you leave, Sergio. As you think about what you're doing, I want you to create an investment REIT, just like a real estate REIT. I think we should all do that and put at least $100 in it and let that REIT control, the people that come on the board. And I think it'll make it fun looking at a bunch of things that we all created on one night each week and see what it does.
We can do that. We can do many things, but we're working on shit. We're working on stuff. We're gonna own some AVs, guys. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sleep and fart while they're working and making us some money.
That's what I'm hoping.
We're working on it. It's not as easy as I thought it would be, but it's gonna happen.
Well, they say, Sergio, he's putting out a new Tesla every 35 seconds. And there's a lot of Teslas gonna be made in the world soon. So
when that cyber cab is running at full capacity off the line, you're looking at less than 15 seconds per cyber cab coming off that line.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
15 seconds.
Hopefully by then Elon will allow owners of fleets to put their cars wherever they want, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Vinny, you like Elon. I'm gonna ask you this before I go. What are the chances Elon goes to bed with Uber?
Never.
What are the chances?
He knows something.
Never.
He knows something, bro.
Uber brings just software to the table, and he got software writers.
Here. I don't think that's the right question, Sergio. I think the right question.
Okay, will they be partners one day? Will they be partners?
Who? Elon directly? I don't think so. No.
Sergio, the flying vehicle right now, he doesn't need him. All he needs is a good GPS to flying vehicle to go back and forth.
The right question, Sergio, should have been, will Tesla and Uber be in bed together one day?
Well, Elon, Tesla.
If that board of directors finds a way to get him out of there for the sake of the short-term greed, Tesla gets in bed with Uber. If Elon can stand up and remain the CEO, Tesla, he's already said he don't need Uber, and he doesn't need Uber.
Okay, cool.
So we'll see what happens.
Yep. All right, much love. Stay healthy. Be safe out there, guys. And
I'm calling
All
your
right,
ass tomorrow. You
Sergio.
know
Take
something.
care.
You know
well,
something. I'm calling your ass tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm telling
I'm
you, he
letting you
knows
know
some.
it's coming, bro.
I have signed NDAs. I cannot say anything.
I don't give
Oh
a good
my
goddamn.
god!
I tell you what. I'll share my NDAs if you share yours.
Oh no, I can't share my NDA, but I can. There are certain things
And
I
I
can
got
say.
names. I got names.
Certain
Wait a
things
minute,
I
wrong
can
phone.
say. Certain things I cannot say.
I tell you what.
Sergio, we're gonna
for
tie
any
you up,
reason,
and you're gonna tell us all your secrets.
if for any reason
What the
Uber
fuck?
and
What is
Tesla
happening here?
got in bed
It's
with
like,
each other, I
I'm
would
telling
you're
rail
you
gonna
so
that
tie
hard,
me
lithium
up,
dude.
Mr.
battery.
Gambit. Violence. I'm sensing some violent tendencies over here. What's happening?
What's going on with the violence? Who's talking violence?
What's this community
I'm
page? What is this?
kidding. Dang, we
Okay.
won't do that to Sergio. Come on now.
I'm a super nice guy. Don't do that to me. All right. See you guys later. Let's chat about this finance thing. I think it'll be fun. And yeah, that's it. Cool.
Cool.
All right, send him on his way. God damn it, Steven.
All right, take care there, Sergio.
Bye now.
Yeah, take care. All right. What are you looking at, Buddha? What you looking at over there? Uh-huh.
Hey, bro.
He's checking his stock portfolio.
Yeah. No
You know
way.
what? I shouldn't have brought this
Elon was
out. I shouldn't do this. But you know what? We're live. Fuck it. Let's do it. We gotta pay the bills,
Got
right?
on a gold chain? What?
No, we gotta pay the bills, right,
Oh,
Vinny?
shit.
Cuz. Hold on.
Always got to pay them bills, bro.
Oh, we gotta pay
Matter
the
of fact-
bills, right?
Always. Matter of fact, go ahead, Buddha.
Uh-oh.
Gotta
He
pay
got
the
his-
bills, bro.
He got his pizza
You know what I
hat
mean?
on.
You got his gig you hat on, huh?
I thought he had his pizza. I said, he's got.
He's got his gig you hat on.
Mm.
Let me tell you, listen, I'm not saying it's a bad app. I'm just saying it's not worth $7 a month.
I told the dude, look, bro.
That shit ain't worth $2 a month for what it
Vinny,
does.
I'm
If
the best cherry
Para
picker. I'm
was
probably the best
free,
cherry picker in the country. And being the best cherry picker in the country, how do I trust a piece of software when I can pick it better than that software? The human brain
Well-
calculates faster. My brain
Well-
calculates
You ain't
faster when it
lying.
comes to getting those trips.
well, see, that's the thing, right? It's not supposed. He's trying to sell some other features with the app, right? So it's not just the hourly rate, the minute per minute, whatever.
They're trying to sell it to people who don't know how to cherry pick, who says, look, I can't calculate that. I can't think as fast when them trips coming out. I just got to click the first one. They don't know how to ride it out and have a little patience and look at a number and look at the miles and say, look, this is where my money is at. Let me grab that money and roll. They just want to look at one thing. I had to click it because I couldn't tell what was coming at me. There's so many people who click that app just because of that.
Well, see, that's the thing, right? You can do that, but when you're driving, I'm not defending Gig U or Al, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're the AL be all, but when you're driving, the pink comes up, it'll automatically put it in your corner. Hey, this is great. Don't accept it. Who cares? That's on you. But it does. So you press if you want it or you don't want it. But the automatic screenshot shit is pretty cool, right? I don't know.
I mean, I like that part.
Steven
Yeah, I
uses
like
it.
that part of it
Yeah.
until I like that until you go to look in your gallery to see what the ride was and where it's going, and it keeps snapshotting.
Oh, okay. They're trying to fix that. That's what he told me at the In-N-Out meeting.
You remember when you were a kid and they gave you
asking,
that box of crayons and the crayons show you what color to choose and stuff, and they said, look, pick this. That's what Gig U is doing for people as adults now, saying, look, pick this for me because I can't pick that right color to color this particular.
Well, they're not picking it for you, by the way, because it's not an auto accept.
They're just
plus
showing you set it to your parameters. It's not set to their parameters.
Yeah.
It's I mean, there's definitely people you can do it. You can read it out and do the math quick. That's good. But there's people that can't.
They can't, right? Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a tool. Just like anything else.
It's just a tool.
Right. It's a tool. And for me, it's not worth $7 a month.
Yeah,
To
it's
me,
understandable. I'm
but
the same
see,
way.
the thing is, they're trying to come at you with the $7 a month, right? Because Maestro charges 20. I'm like, Maestro, I don't give a fuck about Maestro. I don't give a fuck about paying. Para was free, and it worked on both Android and iOS,
But
and it
that was
was
also
free.
okay. But that was also a different time when and they had access to the API.
Yep.
I
Buddha,
know,
Buddha,
but I'm just
Buddha.
saying,
You,
you
you
know,
you realize you. I understand, but you realize you got to realize, and this is something that I hope Sergio is going to realize while we move forward with this, because Stephen and I were talking about this earlier. You have to understand your market,
Yeah.
Kia
right?
EV9,
You can have the what is that? Is that the EV9?
EV9,
Oh, that's the Kia.
yup.
Yeah, it looks like a standard.
Watch. I'll be like, hey, bro, you like your EV9? Oh no, look, Alto driver right there, bro. Look, Alto driver, homie. Look at
That's an
that.
Alto.
Fuck, bro. They're on the Uber Black forum on Facebook. Everybody's talking shit about those. They're like, man, we're losing so much money because all those stupid little black Kias everywhere.
Well, this again. But back to you, Buddha. We got to
Back to me,
understand
bro.
who our market is. You can have the best goddamn idea in the world. If the market doesn't deem it worth paying for, then it's not worth much.
Nope.
The other day,
It's
the
that
other
market.
day, the other day, or like 2 weeks ago, this guy comes up on the Twitter show that they do, I think, with Matt, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, I have this new app for drivers, and all this." He was saying all the good things about his app, the same thing that Maestro and all of them do, right? I looked at his app before he said anything. He didn't mention anything about price. $300 for his app.
Who's he telling it to?
He's trying to sell it to the drivers, but I told Lynn, call him out real quick, tell him how much it is. And then once Lynn told him, hey, quick question, how much is your app? He
Hey, bro,
backtracked. He's like,
you just got cussed out. You just got cussed out, Buddha.
it's not just with Matt Buddha. I just mentioned your name, Lynn. Oh my god. It's you, Chuck, and Matt. Okay. I know.
You know.
And
But
occasionally Levi.
and occasionally I was on his live stream earlier, and he was like, Buddha, please tell me you didn't get rid of the Tesla. Buddha, please don't tell me you got rid of the Tesla to drive in a Prius.
He should.
Never buy a car for rideshare, bro. Because then
Huh?
what happens? What happens? Unless you can pay cash for that sucker. Don't buy a car for rideshare only. Listen, what's
Buddha's
gonna
Prius.
so our people down here, you guys already got the supplement going out there. Our people down here, did I hear somebody say St. Louis was 16 cents?
Yeah, my boy said that he got commercial insurance before because he wants to do Uber Black. And he told us today that they sent him a mail, a little thing,
All right.
16 cents a mile.
And y'all, that's why I say y'all out there that's doing this now, while you're getting the big money, enjoy it.
Oh
Enjoy it.
yeah.
Take advantage
Yep.
of it. Get
I'm
everything paid
milking it.
off while you can.
Yep.
Just get it paid off
Yep.
Tower
as fast
EV,
as you can.
Tower
Yep.
You
EV,
know?
Tower EV, right there.
Oh, who?
The ones that pay you $18 an hour to drive a Tesla and
I got
auto
news for
accept
you.
every ride.
I got news for you. What that's paying better right now than most X and Comfort drivers only. Most X and Comfort
Yep.
drivers ain't making $18 an hour after
Yep.
expenses.
And
It's
Uber
almost
sending that
better to
message
go
out
drive
saying
for these
go
people.
work
That's
for
what
one
you
of our
want to
fleet
do.
partners. That's that message they send out now, and I've been getting it for months now. Come work for one of our fleet partners, please. No, I'm not going for your fleet partner or you,
That's
motherfucker.
because
I
of
don't.
it's. Hey, I think because of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're sleeping in. They have special fucking contracts with Uber
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That
You're on
is
to something.
fucking up. That's fucking up the black game and fucking up the Uber X game because they have
Absolutely.
so many fucking Model Ys. They have so many fucking EV9s
Yep.
to the point where Kia is not considered a Escalade or a Suburban, but they have black SUV. Why? Because they probably said, you know what? What if we buy a bunch of Kias and make them black SUV, and we run your black car pinks for you guys? We'll do those
Look how
pinks for you
long.
guys.
Look how long it took them to make Genesis a luxury car, premier car. Forget black. Look how long it took them to put Genesis on there, and they're running Kias as black SUV. Think about that, bro.
The
Yep.
GV90 is not a
Hey,
black
hey,
SUV.
hey, Buddha, check this out. And I bet riders don't think it's a black SUV either.
In the Tesla, they said, "Oh, Tesla isn't a black car, but a Kia is."
He who controls the game controls the game, bro.
They
Yep.
have the specialized contracts. That's why they don't. That's why they. Tower EV owns a bunch of
Mhm.
Model Y black Teslas, right? They were milking the black Model Y market to the point that they had a special contract with Uber to have them extended all the way to September because these fools are like, hey, we already invested all this money. Give us a little extra months to sell off the cars and buy other cars in the mean run because all those cars
So,
are getting ran through.
right, Geo, I figure you got about 6 months, bro, 6 to 8 months, and then Black or Premier will be completely gone in at least South Florida. But see,
My
you know
thing,
what's going to be interesting about our market down here, Geo? You got to keep this in mind. We run Dade, Broward, Palm Beach County, right? We're 200 miles end to end, right? In our count, in our area, our what's considered a Miami market is about 207 miles from north to south. Okay, what they do down on South Beach for those 3 square miles, and is where they're starting Uber Black, and then talking about expanding that out. I don't think they realize unless because if they can get laws enacted the way they want in California, they'll probably get them enacted here in Florida the same way. The counties control the permits. Stephen, you and I talked about this. Not anybody can go get a fucking chauffeur's permit.
Yep.
You can't get a liberal permit like here just because
Yep.
you go apply. This shit don't work that way.
I
Which
mean, at
means
that point,
now you're gonna have to go and get up under somebody else's license medallion.
Yep.
Right now, you not only are you gonna have your own insurance, commercial insurance. Now you're gonna have to pay the VIG to whoever's license you get up under. Plus, you're gonna have to go pay Port of Miami, Port Everglades. You're gonna have to pay Miami International permit fees. I can tell
on
you in Broward,
on top
it's
of
five
Uber's cut,
on top of Uber's cut. Yeah, you got to be nuts, and people are gonna chase it. They're gonna fucking chase it. It's
I
And
mean,
stupid.
look at,
everything Benny
I
Benny
mean,
quoted
Stupid.
is right, but just know Uber's gonna take their car, and they don't give a fuck about the rest of
look
the
at
stuff
look
that you
at
gotta pay for.
Geo,
And that's what's bad
I
about
know,
it. That
right?
the bill that's gonna
You
Geo,
think
cost
you
Geo,
you
think you think you
out of
think
pocket.
these CEOs are worried about us? They ain't think about us, bro.
look at
They ain't
Geo.
think
Geo
about
bought
us.
a truck. He bought a black truck, like you said. If you were thinking about doing that service, you should have been commercialized or try to find your ways to get commercialized in the first place, and not just, oh yeah, I got Premiere, so I'm a bank on
So
Premiere. Like,
here's the next question, right? Here's the next question. So at Fort Lauderdale Airport, they've been cracking down on cash trips. At Miami International Airport, they've been cracking down on Uber drivers giving cash trips. If Uber now is doing cash trips, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Oh, show me your way bill. What?
Yep.
Bro, the
I
whole
don't know.
thing is
All
fucked
that
up.
cash shit is crazy, bro.
I'm not doing no cash trips. I heard though out there by you, who was it? You or Steven? Every time you turn it off, you turn off your app, they turn the cash and you go turn your app back on, they turn on cash rides.
Oh
I
yeah,
heard that you opt out and they put you right back in.
Yeah, so my buddy Chris, he opted out. I told him how to do it because Sergio showed you how to do it. Every time he logs off and logs back on, it automatically goes. Toop. It'll go always like this. The
Wow.
slider goes always back to cash preferred.
Well, this is another reason why I don't want nothing to do with Gig U, because Gig U is looking at my screen 24 is if I got Gig U on, Gig U is taking a photocopy of my screen, everything that pops up on my screen, everything. So I might get, what if my wife wants to have a little fun with me in a picture? Not that she does. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying.
I mean, hey, no shame in your game, Vinny, cuz.
No. My
You
wife
do, you
doesn't. She
do. If you don't,
ain't, she
no
ain't
one
doing that.
judging.
She ain't doing that shit. Nah, bro. She ain't cut like that. The point being is, I might be looking at a incognito window.
Mhm.
Just saying. I could be using a VPN. I could be
Typing it.
live on Eddie's OnlyFans. I don't know. All right, now I'm joking around a little bit here. But the point is
You
that
could be
Gig
right in
U
the
is
middle of a
constant.
trade, showing all your information.
Exactly.
Oh yes,
Now
because it
you
reads
have
the
my account
numbers.
numbers. You have my account numbers. You have my logins, my passwords, everything. If I
Look,
got to
True.
import, you
another
guys are
tower EV.
nuts. There's no way I'm using Gig U. They
Banking,
can bite my
stocking,
willy.
trading, man. That doesn't stop me from using it. I mean, I'll turn it on and off as I decide to use it. But um, in the time that I did get a chance to test it, it was problem. It was really problematic, and I don't find the menu to be intuitive. So
I
I
got a good
agree.
set of reading glasses. I look at everything on my iPhone screen real quick and it doesn't get by me. If I see something fat and juicy, I pick it and I never lose. That's
Jesus
why
Christ.
I'm banking on me.
Hey, Gambit, you said
it's not for
football
everybody.
season is coming, right?
Yeah, football
Mhm.
season. Now keep in mind they'll send an email by Thursday if you're on that list and
You
got that
see,
high rating and you do those fat cherry pickups and stuff. They're gonna send you that. Oh, please pick up in our area for twenty
you
five
know where
bucks.
I'm
Here's your
at.
pickup sections. You're gonna be picking up. You ready about for them?
You know where I'm at.
I'm
I'm right
looking at
here
it, but you
behind the SoFi.
but
And
so
Mike
far
has,
okay. I got
yeah,
you.
Mike's got a good point.
You
Get
know,
you good for Uber. Lyft already tells hourly
right now,
rate.
keep in mind that they're gonna flood the areas with Waymos and those vans. Stephen like the vans, but I have a feeling I don't know how many vans they got working the area, but they got at least 150 of the white Waymo cars. Now
I
they're
don't
coloring the
know.
Waymo cars with art and stuff, so they're not gonna look as white. They got
How's
art on a lot of
Maximo
them now,
cheap?
so
I
they're gonna
heard.
flood the area with those cars and they see how it. But
I
see,
heard
remember,
a.
20,000 people and only 150 cars. Still, do the numbers, people. They're gonna get their little trashy rides, and then those fat cherries are still there.
Hey, Gambit. I heard a little rumor that somebody, one of these three stadiums here, the Forum, the SoFi, and the Intuit Dome, just partnered with Waymo.
Well, they could have conspired. We already know somebody's conspired for a tree
Wow.
planting thing with one of our basketball players that plays for one of the teams, and he's out in Riverside. He got
Shout out to
20,
Riverside.
$28 million.
Shout out to the IE. But hey,
Yep.
bro. I mean, the Waymos. I wanted to try it. Honestly, I wanted to try it just to fuck around with it and make a video content around it. But
I, wa- I want to know why the hell. See, I don't know, man. Sergio kind of bothered me a little bit with that. Why? I'm looking at a Tesla Motors Robo Taxi. The app is now available to everybody. Join the. You can download the Robo Taxi app now. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, they have no need for Uber. Zero,
None.
zilch,
And see,
Yeah,
none.
Uber, unless Uber just says we're giving you some market share in the other parts of the world right now. That's the only thing that will be appetizing for them because remember they got to cover sectors with machinery first to get caught up. Uber has a machinery. They got humans with their own cars around the world. That's that leg up. That's why some of the other guys want to jump in bed with Uber now. And why I lost, my Ford. Remember when Ford came out saying we want to go autonomous cars?
Right.
Ford ended that plan of leasing that car to me, saying, "Look, oh, that's just over now. Your CEO already said he's jumping in bed with robot cars. And right now there's a demand for our car, so let's get this car back and sell it." And that's exactly what they did. Took the car back in to get rid of them. Remember, this EV sales were slow. When the sales picked up, oh, they dumped those cars, man. They couldn't wait to dump into somebody's lap, and that's what happened. They basically we got to put these cars out instead of your CEO saying, "Here's our robot cars." When you guys are screwing your own drivers, we don't care. You don't care about them. You don't care about our cars because we're beating the hell out of
Well,
those cars anyway driving. So that's they took. They weren't going to risk that. I think I put close to 30,000 miles on that car in 6 months. I was rolling.
I don't know, bro. See, that's the thing. I see Uber and Lyft still saying, "Hey, go get an EV. Go get an EV before the tax credit goes out." But then you think about
Yeah,
it, how they fuck over the
Well,
the the the,
I
the
want
EV
that cheap
driver.
Robo car, Robo 2 coming out. If you said out, I'm interested in that. If it's 15 and under, or right around that 16 and under, I'm
hmm
cashing out, dude. I'm putting it on a debit card. I'm just gonna go swipe that shit online, just like you, Vinny, and just get that thing. All right, you give it. Send me mine. What time can I pick it up? And I'm just gonna get it and roll with it because I need a
true.
car anyway. It's might as well just say, all right, you're cheap enough. I don't want to think about this. I already told my brother already. We're using his VA money to do it. And I just looked at, we're getting a Tesla. I'm your driver anyway, so that's good. Let's get this Tesla. It's already paid for. Done.
I said that if a driver is really looking, if you're really looking to stay in the game, right? You want to, and you're in one of these major cities, don't buy yourself a car. Save your money. Get ready to buy a cyber cab.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Yep. And as soon as those
Yeah.
cyber cabs come online, listen. No disrespect to what everybody's trying to do, but the cyber cabs will be cheap enough. They'll be on par with any
hmm
car that's on the market. Talking about
Yep.
new. And we've got Melvin here. He's a car guy. He's a sales manager. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to buying and selling cars. If you
Right.
guys don't know, by the way, you guys can hit up Melvin at Driving in San Antonio. If you're in the market for a car, check him out. He can help you.
Melly,
He'll do his
Mel.
best to help
What's
you.
going on?
What's up,
He'll
guys?
do
It's
his
Melly
best to
Mel.
help you. Nothing guaranteed though, because some of y'all got
Yeah.
some fucked up credit. But that's not the
Good
point.
credit,
The point
bad
is,
credit. He's
well, you
gonna be
just
like
gotta
the
call it
buy
what
here,
it
pay
is,
here.
bro. Ain't none of us perfect, bro. None of us are perfect.
No, no, that's
Here's the point though. I said 6 months ago, I suggested, I think we all suggested, I need to stop saying I suggested. The garage suggested. Start saving your money to get ready to buy yourself a cyber cab and put that sucker to work.
hmm
I mean, I
It's gonna
could
be
put
way
my
better
Model
than
Y
you
to
being out
work.
there.
Ask hardware 4
Well,
cameras.
Sergio already saying, talking about buying that fleet. That's what he's putting in. That's his quiet thing. He's putting together. Let's buy the fleet of cyber cab. That is a key. They put 100 of them things working and get a nice, stay at home and says this is what it's going to give us every single week and every single
Listen,
month.
you
Man,
can. I believe. You know what? And see, now I'm trying to think of where I'm trying to think like Sergio in the sense of why he said what he said.
that's getting to
You
your
know what?
head, huh?
Well, no,
He
and I'll tell
knows
you why.
something.
Because no. I think he's speculating that the courts are going to force Elon to that if anybody who buys a Cybercab or a Tesla, that Elon can't tell them when and where they can or can't use those cars. But if it's part of the
hmm
sales, if it's part of your sales agreement, they can. Now, what's a court going to say? And if a court says, well, no, Tesla, you can't do that, then those
And
cars
what about a
can
second
go on
buyer?
to an Uber fleet like
Well,
they're
they'll
doing
treat
with
them like an
Turo.
oil
Yeah.
monopoly. They'll say
The,
you're
What do
making
you
it,
mean?
you're selling it, you're controlling it like an oil company who used to sell oil.
but what about if the second person buys the car? Are they bound by those same restrictions just by buying the car?
I
Well,
don't
it's the
know.
same.
Hmm?
I
It's
don't
the
know.
same thing. It's the same thing. Like if a vehicle, like if you buy like a wreck Tesla, that you're not allowed to go ahead and use the supercharger.
But you can get recertified.
No, they a lot of them are actually even after they get
Well,
recertified, they turn it
there's
off.
no. I mean, what's it called? I've seen them with salvage title and wrecked Teslas that have been recertified to use the charger.
Yeah, and I've seen some that they recertified for like about a month and a half, and then Tesla shuts it off.
Well, that's the thing, right? So now Tesla, if they wanted to, isn't there a way where they'll shut the car down? They have a way to remote shut the car down
Yeah.
if you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, or they'll
Wasn't
cancel
there
the
like a
warranty,
rapper that
or
wasn't like a
if they might say if you put your car on Uber, we will not honor the warrant. It will void the warranty.
they'll come up with something.
They will. They'll come up with something.
Mm.
And it won't, and they'll make it to the point where it's not advantageous for
Right. You just got
Tesla
to make it more
owners to go
difficult.
put their car. Just got to make it more difficult. That's right.
Well, I mean, it was like Uber with the Uber Hertz program. You can only work for Uber.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not you owning the vehicle. It's the question is what happens up until the point that you bought a product and you can't use it the way that you want to use it.
No, I agree
Vin
with you,
says,
but
yeah. Let me see if it's here. Go ahead, guys. I'm just.
they'll figure it out a clause or some. I mean, it was like with the Cybertruck that they had that clause that you couldn't sell it at first. Remember that?
Well, see, the key right now, he's coming into the game with selling the tablet, selling the new phone, and including internet with every new car he puts out. So if he sells the, you know, Starlink inside each car with robo taxis, he's going to bring the internet now, messing with the phone companies and communication in this strong network. He is really coming into the realm of a do-all kind of technology company, and that's what's going to change the game.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, and it's funny because Uber is trying to do what Tesla already said what Elon's already said he's going to do with X. X is
Yeah,
going to be the super app. Now all of a sudden you hear Dara talking about, well, Uber's going to be the super app. They're both trying to emulate WeChat, which is the super app out of China. So it's interesting.
Because they do
But I tell you,
payments
if
and
Tesla
everything out
gets
of
into
there
bed
too,
with,
right?
Well, the thing that Elon comes up
yeah,
with is
if
with that stronger battery, doubling the size of that battery, putting it in a flying vehicle, that controls the air up at probably at 60 to 100 feet above LA flying over, and that changed the whole transportation game. That means
It does.
here's a vehicle that fits someone in, 4 passengers, lifts them up, flies them probably 50 to 70 feet in the air, drops them off, and that's the thing that's going to change the game. Because that means he definitely don't need cars to hit the streets. He just need a vehicle that lasts long enough in the air, charges itself up, and keep moving people around the city continuously. Nobody's driving it. The GPS is controlling it, and that's what's going to change the game.
Michael is crazy, dude.
allow Robotaxi to find Bluetooth devices, I'm going to allow. Create account. I'm creating an account right now. United States.
Can't believe that fool bought
I
1,000 shares in SBAT or whatever that fucking Sergio thing said.
Did he really?
1,000 shares is what he bought. Jesus
So
Christ.
he just dropped $17,000 just like that. Coffee must be doing good.
Real good.
Bro, it's crazy.
Coffee must be doing good.
I told him I'll buy it off of
Well,
him for
if everybody would have thought about
130,000. He
Ethereum
said,
about
yeah.
7 months ago, we'd all be sitting pretty. If you would have just dumped 17,000 in Ethereum, was what it would be at right now.
The only reason why I sold my Ethereum because the fucking gas fees are too high. So I just sold all of it.
Hey, I got multiples on my XRP. I'm good. No
Yeah, we
Ethereum
get
needed.
it. We get the background too.
No Ethereum needed.
XRP to the moon is what his license plate says.
Better than
I just
nothing.
told I told Steven today I dumped my oh shit, I'm about to put in the wrong password. What the fuck? I dumped my XRP at it was like 320 something, and I scooped it back up yesterday at 285. That's how you got to do it, man.
Are you still holding your Chainlink?
No, remember I got rid of everything.
Oh, okay.
You know, things had to be paid, man. I wasn't nothing I could do. So it's, you know, believe me, I'd rather not talk about that. It's painful.
Understood.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
Oh, you got to do what you got to do, bro. Always do what you got to do. Okay, I just created my Tesla Robotaxi app, I think.
Stop sleeping with Elon, damn it.
Listen, bro. As long as he don't go Uber on me, we're good. The minute he goes
Mhm.
Uber, I sell everything, and I start the sport.
Yeah.
I may have to do that too.
I swear, and a lot of people will do it.
Yeah.
Do you know how fast people will run from that from Elon if he does that? That's why I say I don't think it's Elon; it's the board of directors.
They want him
Exactly.
out, bro, because of all the Trump shit. No,
No.
Yeah, they want him out because of that.
or
Of
Well,
course
he's
they
or
do.
he's he
that
just too controversial.
bro, it's
Controversial, my
they
ass.
want him out. They
300.
want it out so they can make decisions.
Look
Well,
what
they
happened
want
with
they
Apple.
they
They
want
kicked out
stability
Steve
in
Jobs and they
operations
brought him
right
back.
now. With no stability in operation, that's what screwed him up. He shouldn't have went over there and did the political thing because stockholders that are looking fat to say, "Look, let's put out these cars and make this money," and that's what pissed off stockholders. They want to
Yeah,
see nothing but
but
money.
Gambit, he's exactly where he's supposed to be on the stock price anyway.
But yeah, but see, but
Hmm.
in their world, even when he put a joint on his lips, they had a fit. So basically,
Well,
anything
wait
he
a minute.
does, they have a fit.
Okay, but then let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. Then how can Netflix get away with it with supporting Democrats? Right? How does Disney get away with supporting Democrats? And they let the fucking country burn in 2020.
Vinny, because they quietly do it. They don't shout to the mountains that they're
Bullshit.
doing it. They're quietly of the.
Oh,
Here we
They're
Gambit.
not
go.
doing
Let's
it.
get into it. Let's
Oh
get
my
into it.
God.
Shouted out in your face. If he would have came over there quietly and did, let me fire about 50 million people, nobody would have said, then they go, why are all these people getting fired? Who's doing all this firing? Those firings would have happened. He probably could have fired probably 10 times more people. But announcing it, that's what people got screwed up with.
Exactly.
That's what announcing it. People like, what the hell? What is he doing? Just do this shit and don't even worry about it. Just stop trying to announce stuff. Just go do it.
Listen,
Lane, just get rid of the iOS. Get yourself an Android. You don't need that iOS, man.
Shut up. Shut up. Because you guys are making me buy a fucking Android, bro.
Oh,
Well,
that's right. Vinny,
yeah,
you
I
wanted to talk
gotta.
about it a little bit, right?
Well, dude,
I got. I've
I
been
still
trying to
got
get a.
my iPhone 12. I was gonna do the 17, but they
I
said the
made the
18. They're gonna change the generation. They are gonna flip. So you
yeah.
got the Samsung, the flip,
Oh
You have
no,
the Pixel Fold.
I got the Pixel Fold. Yeah,
or the
this thing
Pixel phone. Okay,
yeah,
well
this
see that.
thing's slick
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
so you got the Pixel phone. Okay.
Turn off your
Mhm.
XRP, fool. I can't see
Nah,
it
I'm gonna
in
keep
full color.
XRP. Nah, I gotta keep XRP on. I can't do that, man. It's unfortunate, Can't see the phone. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna.
trading my iPhone 14 Pro Max for man, I don't know, the Google Pixel Fold or the
Hmm.
Samsung Fold 7.
Yeah, that Fold 7 is nice, but that they said that iPhone they'll come out with an 18 they're gonna fold. That's what they're talking about. That
Yeah,
could
but that's in
Oh.
quiet,
2
change the
years
whole
from
phone and
now.
everything. And I'll wait next year. Yeah, because my 12 still kicks ass, man. Still take the updates. As long as it
Hmm.
works and produces, man, I don't complain. I went from my 6 to the 12, and I think they make it better. Every 6 generations they make the phone better. And I think I'm gonna stick to that plan I've been doing when they make it better at 6, which is 18. So we go to
Just like,
you talking
iPhone
about the
6,
hey,
12
iPhone
Pro?
12, and iPhone 18.
I still got the iPhone 12 Pro.
hey,
Yeah, I got the
Gambit.
12. I
Thinking,
got 12 Max
I,
too.
We'll just
yep,
look
Okay,
at.
you
I'm
don't
thinking
gotta
about.
flex on
I
us.
ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that.
Flexing on us. Poor
If I'm
folk.
Right,
if
you're flexible,
Hmm.
and I almost pulled the trick because I carry a couple of phones. I almost pulled it on that and that Z7. That Z7 is it that Samsung
I
7 Fold is nice.
I almost made this my main phone instead of using it for rideshare, but having both apps running side by side is really
That is
it's really
see
cool.
you and Eddie with your goddamn phablets, those damn phablets.
Those are
All
the
right,
tablets.
Bro, I haven't heard phablets in a long ass
But
time,
see, when you got
bro.
bro. But
people in
that's
your
what they
car and you're
are.
doing
Look
that,
at it,
it flexes technology and they go ooh and ah from the back seat like ooh and
bro.
ah.
Hmm.
Just buy a Chromebook and attach some antennas to the back of your head and walk around the parking lot talking about, "Ooh, look at me, I'm an Uber driver. Ooh, I'm a Lyft driver.
I already
I'm in.
tried. Remember, I tried to do a
Hey,
tablet. Remember?
my name is Buddha, and I'm in priority mode so that I can hit my $90 bonus for 120 rides. Ooh, look at me.
Man, man, the whole deactivation thing fucked up my week, bro.
Thank
Bro,
you,
you did
On
1,600. You did 1,600 last week. How much more? Minus your cost,
no,
you still up like
no,
$800.
no. I have to pay 600 for the rental cost to my
I
buddy.
can't. Silver Fox is charging you 600 a week.
Yeah,
Bro, you realize how
Yeah.
expensive it is for commercial out here?
You forget who you talking to.
How many? What? How much are they leasing the cars out there for?
I couldn't tell you. Couldn't fucking tell you. Well, you know what,
That's crazy.
Ramon used to get. He had that Suburban. It was
Mhm.
500 a week. The Suburban was 500 a week, and he had to supply his own insurance. It was like another 80 or 100 a week.
So the
Mhm.
the first 200 of that is the 200 some odd is the insurance.
No, 500 for the truck, and then he had to get his own insurance.
No. I'm
Yeah.
saying out of the 600, the first 200 some odd is for the insurance, for the commercial insurance.
275.
Yeah.
Oh, so that includes the insurance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, see, y'all got to come on now. You got to help me
He
out.
said
You
he's
know I'm
only
old.
So-
saying 6.
You know I'm old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
Nah,
makes sense,
that's
yeah.
including
Yeah.
my
Insurance-
monthly cost on the car is
Shout out,
2,400,
Ultra.
including
Shout out, Ultra.
everything.
We appreciate you,
Thank
brother.
you.
We appreciate you. Shout out.
Where do we try our best?
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, you're
Oh,
making
look at
money out
that.
of it.
Am I making money? Yes. But
Okay.
then you come to think about it, if you think about it this way too, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I don't want people to be like I'm trash talking or anything. You know, my boy Soul Files came through with this and it worked. Right?
Ramon,
We
that's
didn't
not
know
that's
that
not
this was gonna work.
Ramon, that's
Right.
not commercial insurance. You're not paying no 50 for commercial insurance.
No.
Exactly.
I never said he had commercial insurance.
No, I'm talking about Ramon. I'm talking about Ramon.
That's what I'm talking about, Ramon.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
50 a
Ooh.
week for insurance. I'm like, that's not commercial insurance.
Yeah, that was
Well, down
the
here
regular.
you just can't. But down here you just can't go get a license. They don't give it. They don't hand out driver's licenses
Hey,
at Burger King.
Remember,
now.
they're
They
only
didn't just
Premier
hand it to us
Market.
either.
No,
Just
but it's
flash up on the
Premier
phone.
Market.
Here's an alert. You
That-
got your
that's-
Powerball tickets. The Powerball $1.4
Remember,
billion just got drawn.
If
Remember-
you'd have said no habla inglés, you'd have got your permit free. Ask those
No
CDL
more,
drivers.
no hablo
look,
inglés.
just
I'm
to-
dead as fuck.
Just to start the thing is about $3,500 just to start it. Get
Wow.
it done.
God damn it, I ain't spoke to
Shut
him
up,
so long.
Michael.
Well,
You
no,
got
long time.
100. Michael, shut up. You got $110,000 Rivian, bro.
It
Well,
doesn't
hold
This
on.
will
matter.
charge you triple.
It's the policy, bro.
His insurance is $14,000 a year, so
Commercial.
he's paying $1,100 a month for
Yeah.
insurance. Yeah, that's about right.
It's about right.
though.
It's about
It's
right.
about right.
The Prius was 8,000 a year.
Well, now, okay, so now, well, here you go. Here's the next question. Since Uber got their commercial insurance reduced, are y'all going to get y'all's commercial insurance reduced too?
That's
Actually,
what
exactly.
Steven
I asked
and
the
they're
same
talking about it.
question. Yeah,
Yeah, they were talking about it.
Because but from what it sounds like, it's not the like, for example, the requirements over at LAX. Whatever their insurance requirements for LAX, does that mean that their limits get reduced too? Because what is it over at LAX? Minimum
Some-
You
insurance
start
coverage?
riding. Remember, every airport you go on to is federal property.
Mm-hmm.
So they supersede whatever the state demands.
Exactly.
Like here, we got Port Everglades. We are whether we have concealed weapons permits or not. We are not. We are prohibit. Let me rephrase. We are supposed to prohibit ourselves from going on that property with a firearm.
But the commercial insurance is $1 million liability, as long as you got it throughout the state, no matter federal grounds. That's what each airport asked for. Had that same $1 million worth of coverage. Uber doesn't cover it though.
Right.
So-
but if Uber's not paying for it, and you're just regular Joe Blow with the car, you're not
It's
doing the supplement. Are they going to exclude you from the
750,000
airport,
minimum
or are you riding,
coverage.
or are you
for
now
less than
riding
7.
dirty on the airport?
That's true.
You understand? If Uber's not required to carry that insurance anymore, and a driver goes to the airport to pick up, are they now liable and riding dirty? Because the airport, ignorance of the law does not mean the law is wrong.
Right.
Ignorance of the law, your ass is still subjected to whatever the consequences of that law
But technically, the city of LA controls the airport, so that fee goes to the county basically. As long as you got that permit, and they hold it.
Lawa.
It's not a federal thing at the airport.
What
Each city
permit?
controls it. There's a permit.
Okay, what permit?
It's an LAX that the city issues that. So when you record your
Right.
information for the
Lawa issues it.
I get all that. I get all that. We got the same thing here. For here to operate, you got to have 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have MIA, you got to have FLL, and you got to have PBI. Just like with the cruise ship ports, they've got their own permits as well. In Fort Lauderdale alone, it's $500 and something for the 2 permits.
Wow.
Right. But what
Yeah,
I'm
so
asking
LAX is like 500, 300.
Okay, but what I'm asking is, if Uber drivers are now subjected only to $60,000 minimum, maximum, whatever the hell the damn reduced rate is, but the airports require $1 million. Now, if an Uber drivers are not subjected to a single fixed rate. Their earnings are based on a combination of factors, including time, distance, and Gemini. Airport trips Gemini,
shut the fuck up.
Gemini listens when you don't want her to listen.
Gemini, can you hear me?
Nope.
How the fuck you jumped on anyway then? God damn it! Bitch. I tell you, man, you can't get away from it, bro. You just can't get away from it. That's why I like Grok, because I can tell Grok shut the fuck up and just go away. Hit a button and she's gone. I ain't got to worry about it anymore.
Nah. You talk Grok, hey, shut the fuck up.
Gemini, like Uber, is always listening.
Yep.
Grok in unhinged mode, bro. It'll tell you to fuck off as well.
No.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Talking about the commercial insurance, do you think that if they supposedly drop their liabilities, the people that have, I wouldn't be surprised if they start cutting back on the mileage that they're paying drivers.
Oh, that's coming. Oh,
no, I know that's got to be coming. If they're looking at their dollars of what they can put more in their pockets, and
well, they're looking for the squeeze.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
No matter what, the driver will always get fucked.
That's why they offer in Florida 26 cents. I mean, that's in Missouri 16 cents. Insane.
Missouri 16 cents. Arizona is 26 cents.
Florida too.
Or 12 cents.
How?
Arizona's 12 cents.
Where do they think drivers are going to be able to get all this extra money to pay for all this? Well, you know what? Again,
because you remember what it said. It's not to reimburse you for the cost of the insurance.
Yeah,
that's their out. That's their clause. That's the out clause, right? That's
go back to the old CEO Travis Kelenic. We didn't tell you to buy that expensive car, dude. That's your problem.
Technically, he didn't. Technically, he didn't tell you shit. Just like what Gio said, right?
Hey, people don't
like Gio said, I'm paying $1,000 a month for my Suburban. Well,
people nowadays want to be told what to like and what to do. That's the crazy thing. I mean, if anything is a prime example of that, look at how much social influencers are making millions and able to live an entire lifestyle off of telling you what to do and what to like.
Yep,
exactly.
What to spend your money on.
Kia EV9.
What places are the best places to hang out and take pictures at so that everybody else can do it and be part of the trend?
Hey, Steven. Like they said, a Kia EV9 gets you the same platforms as a $140,000 Escalade.
Yes, sir.
Who the heck buys a $149,000 Escalade to do nothing?
Look, I saw one at the Tesla charger. I don't know what he was doing with it, but I saw one.
I've seen 3 IQLs, dog. Big dogs. The long wheelbase IQLs.
I don't know
with
if he was
TCP with the Uber sticker. But I was gonna dive into a little rabbit hole on this shit, but I don't know if you guys want me to do it or not.
Bro, go for it.
Before
you do, Michael said, goddamn Michael, what the fuck is his nickname again? Goddamn, it's been that Coffee Boy.
Monk.
Coffee Boy says it's up to the airport to determine the insurance they require. No way Uber and Lyft negotiated this in California without the airports joining the agreement. You would think, right?
But that would mean, that would mean that the rates should have changed already. We should already see the difference. because the agreement's
that
already
would
signed,
also
right?
mean that would also mean that all of you guys should be seeing cheaper commercial insurance.
100%.
which I don't see happening.
I don't think so either. Once the
And I done
number's
talked to
at the
my insurance
where it's
guys.
at,
Ain't none of these insurance guys gonna lower their prices because
What
everybody's gonna
Uber
collect that money.
what Uber driver is really sitting on their ass besides us are looking at the news thinking what Uber and Lyft are doing. They just care for the next dollar, bro.
Hmm.
Yep.
They don't give a
Yep.
fuck
That's
if
the
they change their
leverage.
system tomorrow. They're
nope.
like, oh well,
Hmm.
I'm still getting
That's the
paid
leverage.
$100 a
But that's
day.
the leverage. That's the leverage. That the
Pay a
leverage
driver
is
$300 a
they're
day in
preying.
12 hours,
They
he'll
are
do it.
predatory companies. They're predatory. It's exactly what it is. They are straight up predatory companies.
Hmm.
They're preying on the meek and the weak.
The people that
What
little.
else is
Dang, can't find it. Or maybe it's just not part of the rules and regulations.
But yeah, I have
Because I
some
thought it's five
insider
hundred thousand.
information on some shit.
Okay.
And
I think from what this driver told me one time in Coachella, all
Hmm.
the black SUVs that you see, they're not cheap. They're like 60, 70, 80, 100,000 plus, right?
But
Who's really out there buying these shits, right? Because they're pretty expensive cars.
average average black SUV is between like 75 and above right now
Okay,
in today's market.
if you really think about it, right? I told him like, man, bro, you got Escalades and you guys are all the same people. Like, what's up with this? And he's like, they bring people over from somewhere else
Hmm.
to America for a
Yeah.
price, right? And if they can't afford it, what do you think they do? They put them into labor, right?
Yeah.
What's
To
a
pay
quick
the.
job? What's a quick job, right? What I think it is, it's a cartel or a gang, right? Cartel gang buying all these Escalades because they have money, right? They make millions of on drugs or whatever,
Money
and
laundering.
they money launder all in these fucking GM cars or Escalades, Suburbans or whatever, and they'd be like, "Look, we're gonna make you an Uber Black SUV driver because at the top of the game you get paid more, right? So the more you get paid, the more you could pay off your debt."
Hmm.
That's why Uber Black and Black SUV makes sense. So now that you put it two and two together, they can afford. Why you see these 70, $80,000 trucks just sitting at the fucking LAX lot and not making no money, and everybody's complaining, "Oh, I don't make no money." If you were making on a $70,000, $80,000 truck, you might go fucking repoed, homie.
hmm.
But since I think
Bro,
all those cars are paid off because somebody on the back end, above the fleet owner, right, paid them all
they.
off,
I
so
hate
they
to
don't
tell
care
you,
if they
but
get repoed.
the repo market is increasing, bro.
Yeah, but if you buy your
Hmm.
cars
On
cash, you don't get your shit
especially,
repoed.
bro, most of these vehicles are being financed right now. I can tell you that. This is what I do pretty much. That's what I did for like every day. About a lot of people are in this hopes and dreams. They get cosigners, and then they just want to do this.
Hmm.
Trust me, this is they buy more than they can chew, and some of these vehicles are getting repoed left and right now. I see it all
My
the
my
time, bro.
friend my friend works at Mannheim, right? The dealer auction,
Yeah,
and they
I
send repos through there,
yeah.
right? Bro, he says that he sees those black trucks, the black trucks that I always talk to him about, the
Hmm.
Escalades and shit. He's like, bro, they pass those shits like it's nothing, like they're Honda Civics,
Yeah,
all day long, brand new
yeah,
Escalades all day long.
yeah.
He says
And
that he's seen the first time he's seen an Escalade IQ,
mhm.
repossessed IQ running through the line the other day.
And
Jeez.
Hey, bro, and you don't think it's not gonna happen once Florida decides to go ahead and get rid of Uber Premier? You're gonna see SUVs left and right by the hundreds just
But
being
that's the
repoed.
Well,
thing.
well, maybe because they got to be able to afford and well, they got to be able to get the licensing.
Too much going on.
They're going to have to change the law down here in order for them to get licensed. It's not the
Exactly.
insurance; it's the
The license.
licenses.
Exactly.
So what will happen is what this is what's going to wind up happening. Same thing that's happened. See, Buddha's already showed you the plan. Nobody saw it, but Buddha already showed us the plan. Hold on a minute. Let me bring you down here. God damn it. Buddha's already showed us. Where'd you go? There you go. Buddha's already showed us the plan. It drove by him twice. Tower
Hmm.
and Alto.
Exactly.
Alto's already here. Alto's already a fleet service provider for Uber. They've been a fleet Uber service provider for Uber for the last 6 months.
Right.
So Alto will come in with 100 Kia EV9s and people, and that'll be your Uber Black.
Kill
People
the
are
black
thinking
market.
this is what's happening. This is what's happening. The move is away from us
Hmm.
and into fleet management. Exactly what Sergio's trying to do with buying
Yep.
EVs, AVs, whatever that is.
Exactly.
It's the plan. It's the
Alto
plan,
is
bro.
that's
It's
the
the plan.
plan. That's
It's
the
the
way they're
plan.
going. It's the way they're going.
And if
Right.
And so now it
it's
makes
getting to
more
the
sense.
point where you see Kia EV9s everywhere, bro. Everywhere. You see them
But
everywhere.
see,
Different
that's why
drivers,
it
Hmm.
makes
different.
that's why I say I think what Sergio was talking about with Elon and Tesla and all that, that's what it is. They're going to be
It's a
banking
contract.
on a loss. They're going to be banking on a court telling Tesla what he can and can't do with its cars. That's what
Well,
they're going to be banking on.
Yeah, because if you
Interesting.
think about it, if Uber has all the billions of money to buy
I
Lucids
don't
and
trust
shit, why
I
can't they
don't
buy
trust Uber
Cybercabs?
or Lyft. I
They're
don't
not
trust
buying
Uber
Lucids. That
or Lyft.
they're Buddha, they basically telling Lucid, bring those cars over here because you can't sell them and we'll slave them out for you. And that's what
Exactly.
that's about. Yeah.
They use Waymo. Uber is not buying anything, bro. They're gonna
Nothing.
find
no,
somebody
they
else to.
never. They do
Never
not
do.
want to own the cars. They need some kind of
Nope.
middleman to own the
Wait,
cars.
Yep.
They
Alto's
don't
the
Yep.
want to be involved.
middleman.
They,
That is a losing business. They already know
Alto's the
it. That
middleman.
Yep.
you can't have their stockholders aren't going to put up with it. It just yeah, it's a
You
bad
know,
move. But
somebody had
this
said
is
a
why. This is why I say I've talked about this with both Vinny and Silver Fox. Yes, you have the AVs, but you also, I mean, this push toward commercials happening for a reason, and it's like,
Yep.
and you think some of the stories and whatnot of drivers doing things to passengers are just popping up for no reason. I don't think so. It's like, so even taking that and putting that to the side, their only move that they have left is to take advantage of commercial and take advantage of AVs. Because with commercial, it's all on your business. It's all on
yeah,
your driving. It's all on your insurance. And then the same thing
Bro,
with the AVs. Who are they going to blame with the
everybody's
AVs?
temporary right now.
It didn't
exactly.
physically attack you. It didn't sexually assault you. It didn't say anything disrespectful to you. It just drove you. And then
It's
you get to the point where now come downstairs and pick up your food or else you're just not getting it.
I'm
exactly
telling you, I
it.
saw Waymo going to El Pollo Loco the other day with nobody in, and I said, "What the hell? In El Pollo Loco? You're driving in El Pollo Loco with nobody in the car picking up an order." I didn't even understand that. I said, "Okay, they
So I
really
It's
was
put it."
talking.
simple. They already got all the parking spaces for people to pull up and wait for the stuff to come to the car. What's the difference between that and somebody bringing out the food, opening the door, putting it inside, and closing
Yep,
it?
that's it.
Well, as you guys know, I was in Vegas, and I got to test out the Zooks mobile, right?
Hmm.
The Zooks, the all autonomous vehicle looking thing.
Hmm.
And I was just talking to the guy for maybe like an hour, dude. And I was telling
Yeah.
him, and we're just chopping it up, and he was telling me that five of the big hotels in Vegas got partnered with Zooks to take them from the airport directly to the hotel for free of
Hmm.
charge because they already have their contract already on the back end.
Crazy.
So now you think about it, if Zooks can do this, what's stopping, you know, Walmart or Target or warehouses to be like, hey, come pick up my workers because you know I need them to be here, and if they don't got a car, send an autonomous vehicle to them and pick up 4 or 5 people that live around the block and take away and have a contract with them automatically.
No, but I mean, imagine that now
Yep.
instead of having to use services, these businesses can have their own autonomous vehicles to pick up prospective clients or whatever it is.
Yes,
You
because
take all the businesses, all the rideshare services, and show
they
private
don't need the
chauffeurs and stuff.
middleman.
You don't
Uber's
need
the
them.
middleman. You don't need them.
Talk about a courtesy car. You don't need a. I mean, okay, so you have 10 vehicles that'll take people back to their house while you're working on their vehicle, and then go and pick them back up.
What's yo, Steven, what's a big thing that we get all the time out here? Medical rides, right?
Oh yeah, why not
What's
just
stopping them getting a Waymo,
no?
right?
What's stopping them from getting like
A
again
fleet of a fleet
It's
of
the
a fleet
same
of
thing.
Zooks cars.
All transportation companies now use Uber and Lyft because I picked up reservations where when nobody shows up and a guy's or girl's plane is delayed or whatever and they don't come
Mhm.
outside, that means you're getting the pickup no matter what, or them
Right.
not showing up. Because the service set up that trip. The people who basically orders a trip, it's not the person who you're picking up. It's the service that they use. Like we're being
Yeah.
slaved out by services now, whether it be
but
medical
now
service or just travel services. We're being
with
used
what
for that.
Elon's doing, you're basically taking that middleman, the need for the middle company out,
Yep,
because now
exactly.
you're gonna have an app. You're gonna say, I want car number 624 to
To
go
drop me
to
off in my lane.
XYZ address.
Yep.
Boom, done.
Boom, done.
So
Or take me to the
yeah,
airport, drop me off in my
but I
Waymo
think
spot
that's
right here where the Waymos drop off at right here. I'll
exactly.
catch the train inside. Yep, that's it.
So that's gonna. I mean, that's a different aspect to this whole animal.
Crazy.
I didn't even think about that. Businesses are
Crazy,
gonna be
huh?
able to utilize this in
Well,
order
see,
to
Steven,
separate
I
themselves
still
from
I
these
still
apps.
bet on humanity. There's still a humanity part here that people still will say, if I can get a human to take me with a
And,
little interaction or pick up my luggage,
but
they're still going to use
right,
that human
that's
part.
on the
That's why I know there's
human
still some money
side.
out there, right? That's the human
That's
side.
on the
Yeah.
human side. That's not on the how many different businesses, how many different guest rides, and this and that and the other. Or let's say that they have a company account, right? They got the company account, and so they're sending a car trying. How many do they care about whether or not they're giving you a human?
Right,
I
they
don't
don't. Right,
think
right.
so.
No, they what they want, or they say it's a little freaked out by
That's
the
it right
robot car.
here.
Can you give me
That's
a
all they
human
worry
driver
about is that
to
right
Exactly.
for
there.
us?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Ask
Oh,
for
That's
it.
it.
that's gonna cost me more money to have an actual person drive them. Nah,
Right.
just send the. What
Exactly.
do they do? Shared rides.
Yep.
X green.
Yep.
Bro,
And
that's why I'm telling you, bro. What is stopping? What is stopping
They
those type of? What is stopping like a big share thing is enterprise. They have the van pool service, right, where you could rent um what do you call those Siennas and drive, have a company
all
worker
right.
work from your job, and then go pick up all the workers in an area,
Especially now, I'll tell you guys,
take them
in
to
Santa
work,
Monica
right?
with Waymo and all the company parties I've been going to and taking people to those company parties to and from, how many will use Waymo as a company will say, we're going to order the robot cars to take our employees home instead of the actual human drivers.
Exactly.
And this will be the first year that we're going to really test it out and see how many parties or events, at the end of these bars or whatever restaurant these parties are held at, that they're going to use human drivers or robot cars.
Even bars, if
I
they
want
would
to. I
like.
want to see. I want to see those damn Waymos at a football game. Gambit. I
Yeah,
need
they
you
would
out there with your
this
camera.
weekend.
I'm telling you, they're gonna
This
simplify
weekend.
the
I,
parking areas. They're gonna make it where these cars
Yeah.
can just roll right through. People will be standing in the line.
But
Your car, just like the Waybos are gonna be coming through there.
Yo, well, hey Steven, you saw
so
the new thing that they built. How easy it is to get in and out. Remember
Yeah.
the new transit
so
center.
yep,
You know how easy
I
and
saw that
clean it
when they
is.
told me that last year. I was like, I said they don't really want us even dropping
It's
off at the airport
right.
anymore.
It's right. Well, it's not necessarily that they want to get rid of you. The idea is to move a bunch of the traffic through the horseshoe
Yeah,
somewhere
through the horseshoe,
else.
right
And
outside, right.
but you can, but now right off of what is that? Is that airport the not Sentry? What's it called? But right next to the metro section, right? You've
Right
seen
off
it
Arbor by the
right off the
right at the
right
very
off to the
right.
side. They brand new concrete and everything. The
You see
lanes
that
are
new
already
$1 billion
there.
operation, dude, state of the art. Yep,
Yep.
$1 billion.
Aviation.
Yeah.
And
That's off
it's
of
interesting
Aviation.
too. It's interesting too because
Aviation
it seems
Boulevard.
like it even has the sensors and whatnot
Yep.
for like if you have the
Let's just
transponder.
say you won't be able to ride dirty inside that area. If you
No,
try to
they
ride
ain't
dirty.
playing games. No, they are
If you
not.
ride dirty in
No,
that area,
you
they
haven't
ain't
noticed.
playing.
Oh no, you haven't been driving. They're starting to have more what's it called? Motorcycle police go through the
Oh,
airport
okay.
now. Yeah. Yep. No,
I knew there's no riding dirty in that area. You got to come
nope.
correct or don't
Cameras
come.
will
You
be
come
watching you every
exactly. You try
from
to
the
roll through
second
there.
you go in to the second
Right.
you come
You'll
out.
be getting that ticket in the mail. Like, okay, mofo, you know you
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
think
drive
you were
through
cute?
here.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, how
You're
about
done.
this? Your permit's revoked. You ain't coming back in here. How
Right.
about
You're done. You're done. Exactly.
Well, guess what, guys? I did a Lyft ride today.
Really?
Congrats, man. It's
Had
been
a
a
$4
while.
I had a $4 bonus.
All right. Got that $4 bonus.
A whopping $8.68 ride.
And,
Wow. So maybe the algorithm gonna look at you like, Vinny took one trip. Maybe we'll give him another one tomorrow.
we'll sneak him another one. Hey, you know
We'll give
what?
him
But there's
another
a
Hey, check this out now. And I did this for a reason. It was 3.87 miles, and it took 18 minutes for $8.68. And I had $4.42 in bonus. So they're telling me that 18-minute 4-mile ride would have paid $4.26. That's what motherfuckers are out here fighting over.
Yep.
$4
Out there fighting over it. Stretching
bro.
pennies. If this was a penny war, they'd be copper wire everywhere because they would be stretching those pennies everywhere fighting over them. Because I'm telling you, that's what's going on.
Joey B TV in the house. There's Joey B. I gave him that name, y'all. I gave him
And
that
if they do priority, it's gonna be a whopping $5 and some change.
bro. Listen, it's since that priority shit's sensitive with me, bro. I'm sensitive to that shit.
That is some straight up
it's some garbage
slavery.
It's some
Yeah.
Well, see, and
it's a way
and
to get
people
back
brag
at
about
drivers.
it.
well,
And
no,
they
not just
brag
that. The
about
sad
being
thing
on
is,
priority mode to service their
Tristan.
own needs, and they don't realize
get that trip
they
and
don't
the person
realize
says,
they're
I'm
not
gonna
only
give you
screwing
5
everybody
stars.
else, they're going to screw themselves eventually.
The
Tristan,
rights are ugly
They
from
are
the
screwing
get-go. Just
themselves.
imagine 30% less.
You're
I'm not
taking
going to
more
give you a tip, but I'm
bad
going to give you
rides
5
to
stars
keep
for doing
advantage.
this trip and help with this luggage. Thanks for helping with this trunk you helped me put out of the car. Here's 5 stars and no tip.
They give you the big, I got you in the app, buddy. Here you go. Oh my God. Listen, Mario got his full-time W-2. He's doing well. I'm starting to get where I need to get over here. It's Mel, once he gets healthy again, he'll be back on his thing, doing his thing, right? Steven's doing his thing.
Sir.
Gambit, I don't know what you do for a full time. I got a feeling you're a closet millionaire. I got a feeling you're a closet millionaire.
Listen to me, guys.
And you just like hanging down here. You just like hanging down here with the peasants. That's what I'm starting to think.
I'm telling you guys that there is money. I'm in check, but I tell you that the benefit, Benny, I'm going to tell you the truth. The money comes.
He is.
And the benefit of my situation is
closet millionaire.
In Los Angeles,
the everyday millionaire.
Los Angeles is expensive. You just got to live right, and you got to spend your money right here, or you get taken over by the cost of everything. So you just got to wonder where your money comes from.
The BS of Los
right.
Angeles, yeah.
The BS of Los, you got to say this is where the money comes, and I'll tell you, even helping with my brother's situation. Do you know I found my brother $150,000 that he didn't even know he had? That just shows you that my brother's been living a life of not even thinking about his own money. And in the last 6 months, I just went through and said, look, dude, you left this brokerage account. You left this money over here. You left a pension of 40 grand over here. Why didn't you go check on his pension in the last fucking,
bro,
4 or 5
I'm gonna
years?
send you my social, man. I'm gonna send you to work. I'm gonna put your ass to work, damn it. I'm gonna have to put you to work, bro. You sound better than a female trying to learn a damn dude's background, bro. Shit, he's finding $150,000. Yeah, where's that?
Where did you? Okay,
150,000, huh? Did you charge it?
Yeah.
Did you charge a percentage for a finder's fee?
Well, why you think my brother's gonna say you can go buy yourself a Tesla? I said, okay. Where you think the Tesla's gonna come from? I'm not buying a Tesla, dude. I'm like, look, if it's cheap enough, dude, we'll pull the trigger. But right now, give me the white sandy beach in Southeast Asia. And I already told him, I said, look, dude, because he's at the VA now. He's getting healed up and everything.
Right.
Look, dude, let's take off for about 3 or 4 months. Let's just go find an island and chill out. Ain't no stress of nothing here, and I ain't spending no money on that. I don't own a house anymore, man. I'm done with all that. I don't raise my kids. My kids are grown, and my kids are talking about, are you gonna see the grandkids? I'm gonna do some video calls with the grandkids. I'll be back in 6 months.
Damn right, bro. Best thing ever, right? Best thing ever. Video calls.
Yeah, that's
best
it.
Thing
you can call and chat and do everything, and that's what's fun. At this stage now, man, I'm probably the oldest guy in the room, guys. I don't sound like it, but I'm the oldest dude probably in the room. And basically, I don't live a good life. I know I don't sound it, guys, but I am.
Passport, bro, Mr. Gambling.
Trust me, Vinny. You already said your age. I know I'm older than you already, my man. At least about 4 or 5 years. There you go. I just.
He said them fighting words.
Mr. Gammon's on that black don't crack shit, huh?
Exactly.
Sure is.
Oh my God! Here we go. Buddha, leave it up to you to start that shit.
Yeah,
leave it up to you to start that shit.
He did it.
I really. Oh my God, Steven. I thought we were going to get through this whole show without any of that racial.
We were this close.
And the fucking Mexicans got to start this shit. See, Antonio, I didn't mention Trump. I didn't mention Biden. I didn't go through none of that tonight. And then your boy Buddha. Yeah, now he's hiding his face.
Yeah.
Your boy Buddha had to start. Oh,
good job, Buddha. Good job.
Great job, Buddha. Buddha-lation.
Hey, bro.
That's what I'm trying to tell Sergio. If Sergio comes up with some idea that we can put 10 grand somewhere, and I can see that 10 grand turn into 100 grand by next year, that's the kind of investing I want to find. Find me something that's booming like that video did. Yeah. But find something 100%. Like that. There's gonna be one or two out there, guys. We just gotta find it, and that's the whole thing now. Finding the right one. Nobody knows it, but it's gonna pop up.
That's what I thought about Trump coin, and I got fucked.
That was speculation, though.
That was speculation. No,
bro,
real things that jumped.
Wait, Buddha. Now, Buddha. Now you fucked up. Buddha, please tell me you didn't buy a meme coin.
He thought that was
but you said
they did get. Don't holler you. You was a female sheep. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Don't holler you.
Whale coins, almost like what CFA did. Do you know on one of those whale coins on Crypto.com? They did buy the Trump coin, and I had some of it. When it was falling, I was like, "Why the hell they put me in some Trump coin? I didn't put myself in Trump coin. You told me this to put a little money over here, and you bought some Trump coins." I said, "What the hell?" I got out of that so fast. I'm done with this. I thought you guys would.
Hey, Vinny said Orange Man good, so I said, "Why not?"
Yeah, hold on. They get the liar off the stage real quick.
What's next, Buddha? He bought some Hot Tua Bitcoin also.
Oh, you got that Hot Tua?
No, I got the Melania. I got the Baron Trump coin, and I got fucked too. No.
Oh, dude, you got finesse.
First of all,
in the middle of the night, they offered that coin, and by the morning, it was all dead. Like, what the hell?
He did.
Listen,
I bought Melania token. I bought Melania token.
No, he didn't. He's a goddamn Democrat. He ain't bought no damn MAGA coin. He's a fucking Democrat. I don't want to hear that bullshit. If anything, he'd be buying anti-ice coin and shit. That's what he'd be buying.
There is an anti-ice coin.
There's not. Stop.
Go check it. Bro, there was an altcoin called Gavin Newscomb. It was called Gavin Newscomb token, and they dumped that shit so hard. Oh my lord!
I gotta find this anti-ice coin.
I bought MILF token before.
Jesus.
MILF tokens.
Shout out to MILF token. Nah, man. It's always good to
y'all nuts. Y'all are
just
nuts.
fuck around. Vinny, hey, bro, low key, I was gonna tell what's his name, Sergio, that he's like one of those uncles, right? That'd be like, come here, bro. Come here. Let me talk to you real quick. I swear to God, my buddy said that. Put all your eggs in this basket, Holmes. It's gonna work out for
Whole
you.
family have got coins.
I
does-
got all those coins.
Listen,
He
at the
does
end
have
of
a
the day,
point, though, bro.
what's that? Yeah, the whole family does
Sure.
have coins. They're getting paid, bro.
Yeah.
I listen. Bitcoin is cool. I've always been firm on my 5 coins.
Dogecoin.
Steven's over here shaking his head no. Because you know why he's shaking his head no? Because the more Bitcoin goes up, XRP goes down.
That
Okay?
doesn't happen.
The more
Whenever
Bitcoin
Bitcoin
goes up,
XRP goes up, just like every other coin.
no. When Bitcoin's running, usually the altcoins slide behind a little bit.
Yeah, slide behind a little bit,
and then
and then they all.
yeah, well, but it's not altcoin season yet, is it?
No,
What did
no,
he-
I
what did-
agree.
What
But
do you say?
every time you see, I mean, yeah, it's not altcoin season yet. But every time you see Bitcoin starting to go up, the other coins start trailing right
But
behind.
this is
Steven.
getting close to that time of the year. People start
But
taking
it's not
profits,
altcoin
and they're
season
gonna
yet.
get ready to start taking profits.
But we haven't had the
gonna
blow
happen.
off. We haven't had the blow off top of Bitcoin yet either. So
Yeah.
until
No,
we get the
because it's
blow off
holding-
top,
It's
yeah,
holding that one. It's holding that 112,000. That's why.
yeah.
Hold on. See, now you got me going there, bro.
Hey, Steven, what do
got
you
me
say?
going.
What do you say now, Steven?
Blow
No,
off.
mames.
Oh no,
Oh,
mames.
mames.
Hold on. I gotta
Dude, it's gonna.
But when it has its blow off top, then we'll get the Bitcoin season, and then we'll have the altcoin season.
Hold on. Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up for my boys here. Got to bring it up for my boys.
Bring up the alternative coins.
No, let's see.
I bought
Let's see.
$1,000 of Dodge Lawn for some reason.
Let's turn everything off because y'all don't need to see all that good stuff. So there it is. There it's holding that 112,000. I tell you, it's got to hold that 112.
Yeah.
That's the area. You remember all this, don't you? You remember all this, don't you? There, Steven. I sent you all this when we did this months ago.
Yep, and I remember when you called that it was going to drop down into the 70s.
And what you did, right there, it did right here. It dropped into the 70s right here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, it hit right in here, right?
Now I'll tell you
there
something,
it is.
guys. That I did live dangerously a few months ago. That I was
74,000.
I was buying strike options on some of this Bitcoin and Ethereum as it was going up and down. It was fun because I could make $40 to $50 doing it, and it was fun doing it. And then it got to the point where it's almost like an AI took over and was controlling it. They would know that a certain amount of people were doing it, and they were making sure everybody lost. So you couldn't even do it for 20 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, welcome to
That's
the
how
world
it is.
of manipulation.
They use API,
Yep.
and they control the price.
Yeah, they control it.
Welcome
I
to the
said, wait a minute, they're
world.
playing games with this. I said, when you know something should be falling and then you take it back up to make sure you lose your strike option.
Yep.
I said they playing a game.
Because they've got they can wait longer than you.
Yep. That's it.
So how about I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's futures market on Bitcoin, right?
I didn't know.
It's being traded right now.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Market on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I've kind of messed around with it in the past, right? But I haven't messed with it a lot. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't like trading Bitcoin.
Well, you got guys with billions that can ride it up and make that extra 50 cents in an hour, knowing that they got $10 million into it.
Yeah, but if we looked at we looked at it right now, where it's at right now, right? If we opened up this 5-minute chart, we opened it up, we'd have to go to the micro. We couldn't do the whole Bitcoin because we need some volume. Right now, you got about 83 contracts. You see up here, this is the volume, right? You can see how low the volume is here. 334.
How much per contract right now with 83 contract? What are they offering? What's per contract they're selling right now?
Well, this is a futures contract. So I think this, you know what? I don't remember exactly what this is. Okay, I got paper trading on. Hold on. Let's find out. Let's see.
They trade 24, and that's what's crazy about they trade 24 hours a day. You can be in the middle of the freaking night if you can't sleep. Just get up and do it. And that's what was fun about it. Like, okay, I ain't doing anything. It's 1 a.m. Let me see what's happening. And you just jump on in and see what you can do.
If we're just looking at liquidity, or we're looking at a level. Here's just roughly saying that's a level there. This is micro Bitcoin. Uh, we got a fair value gap here? Hold on a minute. Give me a second. I ain't done this in a minute on any kind of a Bitcoin thing. So let's say we go here, set up a buy sell here, bring that up to right there, bring this down to right here. We'll set about 2.5. Yeah, about 2.5 to 1. Set up a trade. Bing bong boom. We'll say one contract. How much is it costing me per tick? So per tick is 50 cents on the micro,
Okay.
which means it would be $5 per tick on the regular mini Bitcoin. So that's $20 a point. If I'm saying, yeah, it's $20 a point. So you could sit here, you could actually take this trade and see what happens with it, see if it comes down or not. I don't know. This is just, I don't follow it like that anymore on Bitcoin, but you can trade Bitcoin, you can trade platinum, you can trade here's
the
oil.
fun days were when it was falling by more than $100 or $50, and I could play the game in a falling market.
Right.
Saying it's going to fall this morning and it's keep falling, so you make money. But when it starts falling a little bit and then rise back up, that's the teetering stuff that's I think the AI is controlling.
There's gold.
And gold's
at an all-time high. Yeah, gold's at an all-time high.
You ever see that Switch Watches guy in Atlanta, on YouTube, with people selling their gold? Man, it's the funniest thing to see guys walk in there with their gold and their watches and their Rolexes and
that's the hard thing, because I need to go sell some precious metals in there, but finding the spots where they pay you at least spot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, Steve, you take a flight down to Atlanta, man. Let's go to that shop there. And say, look, man, let me take a little. Tell your wife, you guys fly out for the day and get yourself some beach cobbler, and go to the guy there and dump your gold. Because some people fly in just for that down there. Some people come from Florida, some people come from New York. They come down there because they know they got giving a fair market price for it.
Right. Because a lot of places here will try to charge you a percentage. It's like, what?
Right.
No.
Exactly. They want to make money
off
a
premium.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, if this
Trying to
market
get you
takes
at
a
both
shit,
ends.
gold's gonna hurt, bro.
Yeah, well,
And
everybody
people
sunk
get
their money
caught.
in gold because the market and everything else was tanking. Look at the
Well,
economy.
that's
When
that's what it
people
is,
had
right?
money,
Yeah.
that showed
Thank
me
you.
that them tariffs were scaring the hell out of people, and people were just dumping their money in it and the gold. I said, wait a minute. When gold went from, I'm going to tell you what was funny. We were just talking about my brother. And it was funny as hell because we were just talking about this. My brother probably left at one of his girlfriends, probably a little lunch bag, probably about maybe a pound and a half of gold.
What?
And yeah, well, see, yeah, you gotta realize when he would leave places, dude, he wouldn't even care about it. He would just, I'm out of here, and he'd be done.
Yeah,
the girl called my ex-wife like, his brother left blah blah blah. And I told him that. I said, look, dude, when you left our place, you left your lunch bag, because I remember. I'm gonna tell you, I got a gold chain on my neck that I got back in like 80, probably 85, 86, that I still got. I've been wearing this thing since that time. I just clean it once a year. It's gold. Gold doesn't wear out. It's gold. And he had a lunch bag full of it. He's coming out of the service. He would just buy gold. Remember those late night TV things back in the day? They would come on. That's when gold used to be like maybe $220 an ounce, maybe 180, I think, at that time.
Right.
And
Right.
And now it's at 3,000, that same ounce. So a pound of gold now just gives you thousands of dollars now. And that's how crazy gold is right now.
Well, that's just the deflation of the currencies. That's what that is.
Well, gold has been that way that anytime real estate gets bad, you go to the treasury and you go to gold because you want to put your money someplace that don't fall. When your money's out, just what Sergio was talking about, when your dollars start worth less, you want to not let your dollars be worth less. You want to put it in something that's grossing money.
Yep.
Well, that's why, in the beginning, that's why you'll see Bitcoin now run with the indices, with the market versus against the market. Because in the beginning, they were opposed to each other. But now, now they're enough banks have got enough dirty hands.
Yeah, exactly.
In it. Yeah,
enough of the big money players are starting to play around in this space. They're just playing it right now. Wait till they really start. When you see this at tens and 100, $1 trillion market, then you can start. Then we're actually in crypto season. This is just the beginning.
Looking at Fib was perfect.
Less than 5.
Fib was perfect.
Should should me
But that's what we're
should
talking about, guys. You got to practice patience. When it's
should
going crazy
I
like this, just ride it out until the best time comes. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Fucking
Right
perfect
now,
for
the technology is not
fucking
being
perfect
used
for
at all for
replacement.
what it was designed for yet, but it
as
will be.
as a beginner that doesn't know anything, and I tell you, hey, should I put $20 a day into Bitcoin? Should I do
You know
it? Yes or
what?
no? What would you say?
50-50 I'd say not financial
50-50 right
advice.
now because right now Bitcoin is at its spot
At
where
a
it needs
high.
to be. It's high, but it needs to hold that 112K. If it falls, it falls. But you got I don't know.
$20 a
I
day into Bitcoin.
you know
Every
what?
day.
I'll talk to you privately about that. Because I'm going to explain to you the good and the bad and the ugly of it. You know what I'm saying?
What
And
there's
that's
a
real. You got to know the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. You got to
it's
know
like
the
for
good, the bad, and
me,
the ugly.
I know, but
I'd rather.
do you really care? Do you really care? You're putting, $10-20 a day, over 3-4 years. You don't care how the market
The
does. It
safest
just
bet
goes
now
up
is
and down, right?
look at across the board ETFs if you can. It's better than a CD. You're going to at least get a better percentage from an ETF than a 3 or 2% or 4% CD.
Yeah,
Most of
well,
the ETFs are going to give you a better.
I would rather see you. I would rather see
I've seen
you
like
put.
VOO and like other
I'd
ETFs
rather
where
see you
they're
put
really good.
$20
Vanguard,
into
like Vanguard.
a basket. No, fuck Vanguard. Fuck them mother. Listen. Vanguard, State Street, BlackRock. Their day's coming. I'm just saying their day is coming. If the economy collapses, those companies are going to be screaming, trying to dump property and everything else. I would rather see you put, if you're going to do 20. This is not fun. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me change the fucking banner. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, everybody sees it, right? Not financial advice. But I'll take a coffee.
We got giving advice here.
But I'll take a coffee. Anyway, I'd rather see you throw that $20 a week into a basket of
a
altcoins.
day. A day.
Well, that's fine too if you want to do a day. Into a basket of altcoins. I could see a piece of Ethereum, a piece of Chainlink, the ones that always perform. There's enough, and in this part, I agree with Sergio, data. I'm not a big data guy when it comes to drivers, but I'm a huge data guy when it comes to charts. There's enough history there to show you what altcoins perform well and which ones don't. So Chainlink, Litecoin, ETH. I'm not sold on Solana, but there's probably 4 or 5 of them out there that are really good. That if you were going to put $20 a day or $20 a week into, I would just diversify into 2 or 3 coins and let it rip that way. That's me though. If that's what I wanted to invest in crypto, that's the way I would do it.
Is that coming in as a, hey, I don't know. What do you guys think? Type of approach, right? Where
But most people can't do $20 a day. They might be able to swing $50 a week, but they can't do $20 a day. It's $140 a week. That's 4 or 5. What's that? $560 a month. That's a lot. That's a car.
You know what? You know what's fucking crazy, Vinny? My sister wanted to buy a brand new Tesla, right?
Okay.
And we did the numbers and everything. That car comes out to like 60,000, right? With interest and everything, right? And I told her, imagine if you would have spent, because a typical car loan is 6 years, right?
Yep.
6 years.
Those Teslas, though,
So
Teslas, they'll take you out 7.
Yeah. So I told her, look, imagine if we would have invested, at least $10, $20, or the monthly payment on the car is $800 a month. If we would put $800 a month into Bitcoin for 5-6 years ago till now, let's see how much you would have. So we went into ChatGPT and we asked it, hey, if I invested $800 for 6 years ago till now, how much would I have? And just because it reads all the the highs and lows of Bitcoin. It saw the everything that Bitcoin did till now, right? She would have had probably made over like $280,000 or something in Bitcoin. So I'm like, see, your investment
But you got to
came out
remember
higher.
something. 5 years ago, this time,
Huh?
You just get cut.
but so
What's
there's
that?
2 things to
There you
that.
go.
Number one, 5 years ago, Bitcoin was like $6,000-$7,000. When everything crashed in March of 2020, Bitcoin dropped to $3,700. Okay, and so in 5 years we're at 112,000. Think about that. That's number one. Number two, people get that money, they start being able to put it away, and then life happens. So how many people can actually hold on to that investment and be strong enough to not touch it, no matter what?
Yeah.
No matter what, even if it means they got to sleep in the goddamn Tesla for a week, no matter what. How many people are that strong?
Whether it be
So
business or real estate or investing in stock, you got to figure how long do you hold it, or do you just fold it and give it up and liquidate it and says, look, I need to move on to something else and move on and don't look back. No regrets. You can't regret. You got to move on and not regret.
Buddha,
Well, that's what I told her, you know, like
Buddha said,
think
forget
of,
Bitcoin and had people jumping out of high-rise buildings.
That happens a lot in Florida. You know that
FTX
happens.
fools.
When you hear about the guy in Miami jumping out the building, that's the guy who over leveraged, and that happened, man. When that market tech and that started happening, Benny, you know you were there around that time when guys were jumping out the building. It was like, why this dude? He had millions. He jumped. Oh, it was all gone. Dude, they don't want to be poor. That's one thing that in America, as long as you have been poor before, you understand it. But guys who never been poor, those are the ones who jump out of buildings.
That's why I suggest. That's why I suggest, and that's why I put the link in. I've been listening to this Jesse Livermore series on YouTube, bro. You just put it on a pod and just let it go. It's a video, but there ain't no pictures. It's no video. It's just audio. It's him talking, okay, and all of his life lessons. He was the first $100 million Wall Street guy back in 1914. If you just listen to what he is saying, it's got nothing to do with trading. It's got all to do with the psychology of trading. And then when you start the more and deeper I get into the trading world, okay? And I know Sergio's an investor. I'm a trader, okay? And there's nothing wrong with the way Sergio does his, nothing wrong with the way I do mine, right? You get in where you fit in. But the psychology of it all is so relatable to life in general. It's so goddamn relatable. You know, the only difference we're talking here is time frames. So listening to this guy the last week or so, it'll bring you down. You know what I'm saying? It'll bring that it'll chill you out. Those anxieties will chill out a little bit. If you need just a good psychological rinse, a mental break to regain your mental capital, I would suggest listening to Jesse Livermore, Trading Insights. Such a powerful guy. Not one of these young bucks either, bro. Like I said, this dude's he was trading back in 1914. He built himself up. He lost it all, built himself up again, lost it all during the Great Depression, and then finished out on top. So this guy had to do it 3 times from rock bottom. And like I say, he was Wall Street's first $100 million man. And that was in 1914. Could you imagine losing that kind of money in 1914?
Like the Vanderbilts.
Like the stories are crazy.
Like the Vanderbilts.
He was one of them guys, bro.
Yeah, when the money's there.
And so, you start looking at all this stuff.
And you can bet
it's all tuition
back in those days,
right? When you think about it. I was Oh, there's plenty of them. Oh, yeah. It was plenty of them. Plenty of them.
You know, when it happened,
his first big score was he went short on what the fuck did he short?
Agreed, Antonio. Like RP would be better.
I forgot what he shorted, but he shorted something.
What?
Oh God, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, but Antonio, you're why buy gold now?
Go ahead, Steven.
Because it's what's it called? It's a hedge against inflation. You just heard what Sergio's. There's a reason
100%.
why they say it's a bad idea to save money and just put it under your mattress. And that's just an expression, but however it is that you're just holding on to cash, it's a bad idea. And every year that you hold on to that cash, it loses value. They claim
Loses
it's
value.
8% inflation or something, this, that, or the other. Your dollar deflates in value. What does that mean? It means a year or so ago you were able to buy a soda for $1. Now they're $3 when you go to 7-Eleven.
Yep.
And
You
that
know,
dollar, and
inflation.
that dollar's worth about 79 cents or 82 cents at this time.
and they lie to you and say it's only 8%. It's more than 8%.
When they give you 5% advantage mode, but they're paying you 12% less, that 7% is the inflation that you're paying. That's the tax we're paying.
And then
I mean,
say you
no, seriously. You look, if you really, I'm telling you, man, it's not dissimilar. If you look at rideshare, if you look at trading, it's fucking life.
Yep. And if you need more of your money right now, here's a percentage. We're going to charge you more to get your money right now in cash from us. So now we're going to make money off you needing your cash.
Oh.
Cash riders are going to pay. They're going to pay that tax. They're going to pay that tax.
Yep.
Foreign people that come here that got money that Uber thinks, Uber has not been shy about saying it. They charge riders what they think riders will pay.
Yep.
And they pay drivers based on what they think drivers will accept.
Yep.
And drivers keep accepting it. Oh my goodness.
And that's what amazes all of us.
What do I say, Steven? What do I say?
Drivers
are the
enemies.
worst enemy.
Yeah.
It's like,
I like how we both said it.
I
I like
to
how we
myself,
both said that.
who needs crack this bad to take this trip? You must really need to go hit that pipe.
Yep.
Hey.
The 1-2 punch.
I'm too far from San Francisco to get it free, man. I'm down here in Oaktown. I need to buy me a little something to hold me over till I get back to the state cap. Let me get capital Sacramento. Y'all know what I mean. Oh man, love crypto. We love buying high. Well,
I love crypto and I don't buy high. I don't buy high.
Richie Hustles is a friend of the channel. He's a friend of mine, friend of ours, and Buddha. Every chance he gets, he don't care what it costs. He's dollar cost averaging in. He's always buying Bitcoin, no matter what. No matter what, he'll work a whole day on Uber, Lyft, whatever, and then he'll go to the ATM. He'll pull that money out. He'll go right to the Bitcoin ATM and buy right then and there on the spot. Doesn't matter what the price is. That's what he does.
Yep.
That's what he does. Monk's talking about wow. What are we wowing over there, Monk? I don't know what we're wowing, but yeah. Anyway,
there's an IQL next to me.
We've been
with
spitballing
TCP.
for 3 hours now, guys. We have really been going.
This is the hangout. This is where we're trying to get to. I was just going to say it's 3 hours. It's 3 hours.
It really be like that though when you're talking with your buddies and shit, like in the garage. Your buddies over there drinking a beer. I'm over here drinking a beer, and all you guys are doing is just talking. But there's something here, bruh. It's only 9 o'clock out there by y'all. Y'all know it's midnight for me, right?
Right. That's what I know, but that's all the time.
It's not my fault.
For me, right?
You must have had your extra cup of coffee today, my man. You're not yawning. Steven already yawned already. And you haven't even yawned yet.
That's because he walked in the house and his wife already had his dinner ready.
Yeah. Yep. Had some ribs. Pretty tasty.
Can we kick him out? Fucking Nate. Fucking
Right,
guy.
so we are gonna wrap this up though. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. Y'all ain't gotta wrap it up, but I'm gonna wrap it up. Where they say you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, but this was a good night of spitballing on Wednesday night, guys.
I'm dead. I've heard that saying before. Bro. Me and my homie are still chilling, and the mom comes out, and she's like, "Oh, y'all boys can still talk, but not in this household. Get the fuck on out of here." Outside the gate, y'all can do whatever the fuck you want. Not in here.
That's it. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here, bro. You got to go. Buddha, I'm old enough to know damn near every cliche there is, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Every cliche there is.
Back in your day, you didn't have a history class either, no.
Man, I was making the history. I was making the history that you're reading in school today, bro.
Damn sure.
I still remember what it is not to have me and Gambit. Well, now that Gambit says he's in the
I had
same
to age you a little bit, buddy.
same age class that I'm in. Hey,
Let's just
Gambit,
say, do you know
how many?
Morrissey in the time 7779311, my man? You know what? There you go, my man.
777-9311, baby. What's your phone number? Woo. Yeah, I remember.
Man, what's up with these
you want to
aunts,
go?
bro?
Wait. You want to go there? You want to go there? You want to go there? Huh, Gambit?
Aunts, you talking about Gramps?
Don't test me, bruh. Don't
Calm
test
down,
me.
calm down,
I
Grant.
know when we were teenagers going into young men's before you went into the certain thought. I knew exactly. Those are some of the songs that were coming out before. We
Don't let me drop a little Womack. Don't make me drop a little Womack on you.
Oh,
Here's
Bobby
a toast
Womack.
to
Thank
the
you,
other
Lord.
man. Oh my God,
Bro, Vinny's
start.
so,
Don't
bro.
start.
Vinny and Gambler are so old, bro. They see in black and white, bro.
Big dog,
Exactly.
big dog. You just keep living, all right, Buddha. You just keep living, bro. You.
And Buddha, when you talk to the other guys, as you get smarter every day, just know with age comes wisdom. And keep that saying to yourself. As you get older, you're gonna be more wiser every day. You know that.
I'm
So
gonna
here's
start
the question.
I'm gonna start calling you guys OGs now from now on. The OGs, because that's what the OGs be saying, some shit like that. Hella wisdom and
here's
shit.
the question. So here's the question, though, right? Everybody always says, if I knew then what I know now, the things I do differently.
Yep.
But what would you do differently?
The real question is, Vinny, if you go back right now and say, what would you go back and tell your 17-year-old self coming out of high school?
Put a rubber on?
What? No, not at all. Not at all, bro. No, I got four beautiful kids, man. 4 grandkids. No, I'd say let's do more. But I seriously, I tell you exactly what I told my father-in-law, just a few months ago. I wish I would have learned more financial education.
Well, I wish somebody would have told me to buy more real estate when I got to California, when I could have got stuff for pennies on the dollar. If somebody would have told me that, at 17, you say, look, at 18, just go out, every dollar you get, go buy a building or go buy a house, buy as many as you can.
Yeah, but you wouldn't even have had to do that, though. But you wouldn't even have had to do that because when you and I were in high school, right? We're about the same age. When you and I were in high school, right? Apple was $4 a share.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Microsoft was down there too.
When I went into tech, I could have bought at least 10,000 shares of Apple, probably for about 40 cents a share.
Oh my God, you owe that.
That's what I'm going to tell you. If somebody would have told me then, and I'm going to tell you, I was building computers.
So how are you taking advantage of that now?
I'm going to tell you my skill set back then. I was building those old XT computer system that was not a hard drive, but diskless. I was one of those guys who built systems when you had to put a floppy in just to boot up. That's how long ago.
Okay, 3.5, 5 1/4.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
them.
I used to do that, and that's what I mean. That the way the world is and how fast things are. I remember I was a guy who built his own BBS when it was FidoNet, and the internet been around since '69. Guys, I used to do snail mail. I used to build snail mail system to transfer mail, and that shows you how fast systems are now. That in a blink of an eye, data is transferred. That's what's scary about it now is that people are reading this data faster than we can do it. And there's guys who sit at these boardrooms and decide our futures, reading that data before we can even, comprehend it. What we just transmitted, they already know what we're going to do, and that's what's scary. And now they're trusting the AI to know us better than we know ourselves.
Damn,
well,
bro.
and they already do, and they already do. The more you have that conversation, like I enjoy Grok, I do. I don't use Gemini enough. I got to do more with that. Steven and I got something planned coming up. I still ain't ready yet. I got 2 of them done. I got to get the other 3 done. I get them done this week, I promise. But the point being is, you talk about going back, and I swear it would have been financial markets education.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I would have wanted to have learned.
Absolutely. Well,
I would not have changed anything else, but learning that would have changed everything else.
Me too. And I think that is the main thing somebody should have said, put some money here no matter what. And see, I'm going to tell you, in my case, tell my ass how to get on that plane and go to Vegas on a Friday night and go party all weekend and throw $2,000 away, knowing I could have put that $2,000 into something. Just burn it on
but how are you using it today?
Yeah, you know, just
Mhm.
throwing it
You know
away,
what's
literally just jumping
you
on the
know
plane and our flight from LA to Vegas, you know, them flights are still 30. I looked at it on Southwest website. You can still get a $39 flight to Vegas right now to this very day.
Woof.
That's how crazy. And
Too
so and
easy.
you
now,
know
so
you
and
know
that's
Too
what I'm
what's
saying.
easy.
crazy though?
That's a sickness.
Yeah, they
You
call
know,
it a
let's
sucker
jump on a
move.
plane. It's a sucker. Let's go up here and fly and party like a rock star and catch a, you know,
Yes,
have a
sir.
round trip ticket and come back home.
Those
And
are all the
somebody would have said,
distractions.
no, save
Keep
this
you in
500, put it
poverty.
into a stock, put it in something instead of just go party like a rock star. And
You know what's
that's what I wish somebody would have told me to do that.
you know what's
Well,
crazy though? Sometimes you say, "Man, I wish I could have done that." But if you alter the past, none of this would have been a conversation. Okay?
And
I say it all
that's
the
what I
time.
wanted to add to the
Yeah.
I
conversation.
say it
It's
all the
like,
time.
what do you
I
know and
say
what
it
are
all
you
the time.
using for today? So how are you using that wisdom you gained, from your experiences to better your situation today? Because if you're not actually doing that, you didn't learn nothing.
Now,
So
what
I've
I've done
spent.
What could I have done isn't going to help you. What can you do right now with that
when you get
I've
understanding?
older,
spent.
you're more patient. You're more patient with yourself, and you're not rushing. And I got a young son now at 31
That
that we
that's
don't
Maybe
smoke.
you. Maybe
that's
for
not
you.
yeah.
Maybe for you.
That's
Maybe for
not what
you,
I
Gambit.
mean.
Mm,
What It's like, what decisions are you making now that you didn't make decisions back then
right,
because either you were inexperienced, whatever the reason why it was. But how are
right.
you taking that understanding and using it with today's situation so that you can take advantage of things? Now a new wave is coming in.
Yep,
We've got
changing.
crypto,
Yep,
Web
yep.
3, all this stuff, the cybersecurity, all this
AI.
new stuff, AI, all this new stuff is coming in.
Stephen, I
How
tell
are
you,
you?
I've been doing Uber for over 10 years. I'll tell you this thing that got me doing it. I picked up a guy, well, a guy picked me up who came out of a retirement home to take me to a rental car place. I was renting cars on the weekend. I still got, I had an expedition, still got the expedition, drinking a lot of gas. So I'm not going to be running around town in this big thing with our highest gas price out here. So let me just rent a car. I would rent a car on the weekend. This guy came out of retirement from a retirement home saying, look, this Uber thing came along. He was driving. I said, really? Is it making good money? He said, yeah, making about $1.40, $1.50 a mile. I said, really? You don't tell a country boy no stuff like that. That he's coming to California, you can jump in a car and drive, 150, 200 miles and make $300 in a day. And at that time, I was making about $450 a day. Doing
Right.
X. It was like it was just
Hmm.
simple. I was like, this is gravy. I said, I can do. I said, what was this when I first did tech? When you're in tech, sometimes you did make money, but see, I had to sell that back. That was I'll age myself. Back in the day, I had to sell at least 5 systems a week, 5 computer systems that were completely built to sell to persons coming out of a recycler magazine. That means I advertise in a recycler, and basically there was doctors, lawyers, and people who needed systems set up and
Yeah.
networks installed. And I was one of the only guys who could go out and do that. And,
Okay.
and basically, it was good money back in those days, but it afforded me the ability to buy a house, raise a family, and raise 3 boys in this city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was real easy to do. Got a chance to learn, and that's what I mean. It's every step is a learning step. But you wish that if there was a time machine created that somebody could go back and tell and whisper so in my ear saying, look, don't do nothing else but put a little money here just in case. Put a little money there just to see exactly what your life would be
Right.
with something that's ballooning up and being something that you didn't know that now that wow, this would be great. Like even Microsoft. Microsoft was cheap back in the day. And look, it's one
All
of the
of it
main
was.
all of it,
All of
everything's
it
just
was.
cheap. Now it's just ridiculous. That's why
Wasn't
Bill Gates
nobody
used
using Windows? Everybody was
nobody.
using MS DOS and
Yes, that's right.
Foran. Was it Foran? Was that the name
Well,
of it? Foran?
what changed the game was Windows 95. You know that when 95 hit, that was the thing. And I'll tell you how good it was for us techs back in the day. Microsoft invited us to the Beverly Hills Design Center up there and gave us all the food and drink we could eat to show us Windows 95. And they even gave me a copy of it that day. Like
Right.
here's your winning copy. Your birthday is this date in January. Let's give people's birthdays in January a copy of this. Got home and put that on, and I knew the game was going to change then. And look at where we're
Right.
at now. Look how fast
Yeah, well,
your phone. You
now
don't even
we're
need a computer now. Your phone is a computer. Realize your phone does
bro.
everything faster than
I came across an ad. Well, an ad. It's called Miami History, whatever. Anyway, it was an ad from a 10 megabyte hard drive.
Yep.
Feel what I'm saying?
Big. I used to
10
put them in. I used to put them in
megabyte
system.
hard
Used to try to
drive,
buy them 5 and 10 at a time.
$3,500.
Yes, sir, buddy. I know that.
$3,500 for 10
Yes, sir,
memories.
buddy. Did that. Crazy. Memory. A
Insanity.
little stick of memory used to be $500 just for the memory alone.
Craziness.
And I'm going to tell you, when the memory price got crazy over here, there was Korean guys flying. Pilots were flying over smuggling chips from Korea just to get them to America because a suitcase full of memory could be a Mercedes for that pilot when he got here.
Jesus, unreal.
Over
man.
$100,000 for the pilot just to fly the chips in. They were bringing all the
So-
illegal chips into the country. It was
so
crazy.
I
It was
met-
crazy.
I met this guy. He's a big time. God, he might be the most canceled scientist in the world. Okay, he was in the car
Fauci?
a couple weeks ago. No, Godick. Simon Godek.
Uh.
That's his name. Simon Godek. Anyway, I picked him up and he was down here doing a pod. And I know the name. I've seen the guy all over all over Twitter. This guy's been canceled every kind of way you can shape or form. Right now, his big thing is he's in favor of Palestine, and we kind of touched on that for a second. I ain't got no horse in either side of that. But the point being is he went after Fauci for gain of function. He got thrown off Twitter. This was before Elon bought it. And we got into all of this, and I he's a deep thinker and he's a heavy conspiracy theorist. So I asked him, I said, did we land on the moon? Because for some reason, this goddamn phone's got more technology than those Apollo landers.
Yeah.
So how the hell did we not get back to the moon since I
Yeah.
can do this phone will land me on the moon? And that's why I bring that up. Simon
There's no
Godek,
reason to. There's no reason to, right?
Say
There's no
again?
reason to. There's no reason to. We already done it.
Boy, man, shit, Booty, do you know what's sitting on the surface of that moon right now?
Ain't nothing but a fucking bag of
literally,
cheese.
there's literally helium-3 is sitting on the surface of that moon right now. Go look up what helium-3 is and then get back to me and tell me why we ain't been back to that moon yet. There's a reason. When Elon finally gets Starship into space, that fuel that's going to send the Starship to Mars is going to be coming off the surface of that moon. Helium-3.
Well, Elon messes with.
It's not
messes with that
fantastical.
oil
It's a
market,
real. It's a
Benny.
real element.
And you know the elements, and even just now, this electricity is just a value that when you charge up and not have to fill up, and both of you guys know that who drive these electric cars now. When you charge up,
Right.
it's a better feeling charging up than filling up. The bite of a
Yes.
fill up still hurts Americans right now. You know, because we
Oh,
all
yeah.
sometimes got to fill up. That's what's killer.
Oh yeah, 100%. Even with the I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I ain't been to a gas station in 2 goddamn years. Okay, I ain't gonna lie about it.
Right.
But every now and then, the guys on the radio start talking about, hey man, I'm getting $2.80 with my Costco card, this, that, and the other, and I think about that, and I'm like, shit.
Right.
They're still paying $40-$50 to fill up.
Yes, sir, buddy. And that's what I'm saying.
I can go charge up twice, and I'm less than, I'm at $25, $26,
and that's what bothers me too, that
$28.
the powers that be who create that and says you guys should pay more, blah blah blah, especially what they do to us out here. I mean, just here's a fee that you got to pay, and you ain't got no choice if you're in that realm. That means that here's your fee, and we got you. What you gonna do? You can't.
See,
just
that's the
walk
thing
to
that
work.
gets me out there. I listen, to be honest, this isn't even about left or right of the aisle. I don't understand how Californians put up with that. You guys get
Benny, I'm
hammered
going to tell you. I know.
taxes.
I grew up in Georgia. I'll tell you the big thing that I know. We still got 180 acres in Georgia. Would I go back there and farm right now? Yeah, they let me grow 100 acres of weed. Other than that, I'm not.
Right.
Going,
100%.
I'm not
100%.
going back to do no. I'm not doing no farming that's regular with cows.
Oh, y'all ain't legal there yet, huh? Y'all ain't legal there yet, huh?
But not in Georgia. No, they
Not
almost
in Georgia.
did, but you know why they didn't do it in Georgia, Benny? Because the politician couldn't control it. That's what their worry was. How do we control it for the guys who
Rephrase that to speak the truth. The politicians didn't get enough of a cut.
It's not just a cut, Benny. They knew they had to get a cut, but their thought is not just a cut in the South. They want to control it. That means even if they got their cut, to lose that control of a growth that they don't control. That's what would bother the politicians, that they couldn't control it. Like out here, that's why they did it and voted it in, because they got a little control on it.
Yeah, but it's still at the same time that the amount of money that Californians pay in taxes. Y'all just got hit. Y'all just got nailed with what was that? A 65-cent increase in gas tax?
They haven't
For
put it
what?
in yet. They're trying to do it, and that's why they're holding back on it. But they
But
know
what
they
are you
already
what are
voted
you
it
going to
in.
gain at it? How does the
But Benny,
public
that's what I
benefit
mean.
from that?
It's one of those things that they put in because they know with 40 million people here, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get that money. 40 million people in
Yeah,
this place. It's
just
like three.
it
They know
makes
it's
no
like three
sense.
states. They build that in. That's why our economy and why so much money flows through this place. They just pass some crazy crap, and you got to pay it. And everybody sort of goes with the flow and says, "Okay, all right, we'll go through this," and
Well,
you pay
that's
it.
like that's like what Sergio and then was talking about. What you guys were talking about with the whole. Steve said 10% of the drivers say yes, and 100% of the drivers got to
Right,
deal with it. This, that, and
right.
the other. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just some poor old Southern white trash from Miami, but I know I could not live out there under those circumstances.
Well, I tell you the thing that the old saying, you ever heard the saying, ignorance is bliss? A lot of people in
100%.
this world, that's exactly what they think. They just ignore, like, okay, I'm gonna ignore that. It's almost like the guy going home to that rotten wife he should have divorced 10 years ago, and he's still there.
Uh,
I'm still here with her, and we hate each other, but I'm still here. and that's the logic. And that's the logic of what I think will
I
happen.
don't get it, man.
You just sort of
I just
stay in,
don't
and
get
this
it.
is all right. We're sort of still here
And look,
doing
and
this.
I'll be honest with you, not for nothing, we moved out of Miami 2010. We've been in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County for 15 years now.
Mm.
This is in the state of Florida. I live in the absolute most liberal, bluest county in the state.
Right.
Okay. And I know Antonio likes messing with me. Vinny, blood red, not blue.
No, you're in the middle of a liberal land.
No wonder
Listen.
no wonder he hates us so much, huh?
Bro, I'm down the middle. Cut it out. Stop it. I'm down the middle.
I know. You're
I'm down
orange
the
man
middle.
good.
Y'all know that. Listen, is your body your choice? Okay. I'm
I'm
cool with
so
that. Just
get
make
the
sure
fuck-
that goes for the vaccines too. Okay, is your body your choice? Then make sure that goes for the vaccines too.
Well, speaking of
pick and
vaccines,
choose
you
on
know,
This
me.
was sad.
I was in Walgreens today, and everybody's offering free flu shots now. Nobody has to pay for a flu shot. They're trying to give them away now. And I said, I'm busy right now. I got to get to a meeting, and I said, I ain't got time to get no needle stuck in my arm.
Well, here in Florida, they just announced that they're going to remove, or they're going to attempt
Oh,
to
the
remove
school.
I heard
all
Schools.
mandates. No,
all
Yeah.
mandates, right?
mandates.
Mandates.
Kaiser's been
You
off
can
this
still
thing
get
for
the
a while.
vaccination if you want to. You can
Right.
still get the vaccines that you want, but it's not going to be mandatory anymore. And then I heard something, and I forget, was it? No, I think it was Eddie. Eddie told me, I think it was Eddie, said something about he heard Tylenol now has been linked to autism.
Yeah, I heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, what? Like, to me, that would be like the biggest pharmaceutical cover-up. That'd be worse than the COVID shots.
But that
with the
that's the
Bio
thing, Benny, in this whole country, the pharmaceuticals really control this whole
Well, you
economy
see,
we're in.
Drug and
you
Food,
see
Drug and
Yeah.
Food Administration.
Yeah.
you see what
That's
they're
all I'm
trying to
gonna
do
say.
to RFK.
Right.
It's amazing
Sugar
to me.
more addictive
RFK.
than crack, but let's not talk about that.
Well,
You want
I
to
don't
talk
know
about
that.
doing
No, I don't
crack
know
over
about that one,
sugar?
bro.
Look
I
up.
don't know
You
about
know what?
that one,
I'll find
bro.
the research and send that to you so you can see exactly. They did tests more addictive.
It might be
than
more addictive. It might be more addictive, but it ain't as deadly. That's a whole nother ball game.
Man,
You just die a lot slower.
You see what the food industry
Man,
is
have you
doing to
not seen
people's
Chris
health?
Rock? Have you not seen Chris Rock?
Chris Rock. What?
Huh? Have you not seen Chris Rock?
Have you seen the weight epidemic in the United States?
New Jack City. No, they're taking Ozempic for that now.
Oh
You
yeah,
see The
right.
Rock?
Another
Did y'all see
drug.
The Rock?
Again, another drug.
Have you not seen Buddha, fool?
Well, bro, just don't start that Ozempic, man. My cardiologist tried to give me that.
Really?
About 3 months after I had my heart attack, he tried because they was trying to get me to lose weight. I was at 240. And said, "Hey, man, I can put you on Ozempic." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, isn't that the shit that's like shriveling everybody up?" Yeah, help you lose the weight and then get off it. No, thank you.
Yeah, here, Vinny. How about you eat some of my nuts?
Vinny, right.
Hey, 220. I'm down to 220, bro. I can't break that 220 though.
Here you go.
I probably could if I
can.
pushed it.
Yeah,
Vinny,
you could.
you could get.
If them
You
the
could always
size-
have some. You can always
If
have
those
some
are the
nuts in
size
your
of your
mouth.
nuts, no wonder you can't listen. If those are the size of your nuts, no wonder you can't get laid. I think we
It ain't
just
about the
made. I
size,
think
it's
we
about
just
the
made Buddha
potency.
blush.
Yep.
I,
Yep.
I
He's
think we just
blushing
made
over
Buddha blush. Look at he's blushing over there. Look at him.
there.
The little hairs on his lip are standing up. Oh man, this is what I want, man. This is what I want. This is what I need. The garage hangout. This is what it's got to be about, bro.
Well, I think we
Oh,
had a good time spitballing today for real, kicking ideas around and talking, guys. That's
and that's
humanity
what
right
that's
here,
what
guys.
makes it works, bro.
It's
That's
humanity. I
what
tell
makes it,
everybody
bro.
humanity. It's humanity.
Yeah, that's
Because
it.
people all got to
We
be able to talk. Don't
can't
ever
we
forget
all get
about that.
along? Can't we
Yep.
all get along?
Nope.
No,
You know,
no.
and if we
No,
don't
no.
communicate, the people who want us not to talk, those are the ones who keep doing the stuff behind the circles and behind the closet. Wait a minute, hey, it's always good when you're talking. Somebody else done went through. You went with them, seen the same clouds you done seen, and say, hey, you
Yeah,
saw that too? Hey, yeah, I
yeah.
saw that.
Science only hurts us at the end. Well, I would agree to a point. I tell you what, though, they're going after RFK with everything they got. He was the darling of the Democrat Party for
Yeah,
15 years. They was trying to get that man to run for president. The minute he said, "I don't like vaccines. I'm going after big pharma." Boy,
yeah.
you see the guns. They got the guns blazing. Hey, did y'all see what happened today with Epstein?
All the files got released.
33
Yeah, yeah,
33,000 pages released today.
yeah. They say
And
a
the
lot of people.
victims had a press conference, and one of the
Yep.
victims says, "Oh, we know the names. We're gonna put a list together and put them out there."
I heard that too, man. It's gonna be an interesting holiday
Yeah.
season, but tis the season
So
to be
so
jolly.
Antonio, you don't want to hear this, Antonio. Okay, Antonio, I know you don't want to hear this what I'm about to say, but Trump is a smart motherfucker. Trump's donors, some of them donors, from what I understand, are on them flight logs. So Trump and Beyonce couldn't put him out there. But the victims, backdoor, Trump's like, go down out there and put him out there. Go put him out there.
It's gonna
You
be
know
an
what they call
interesting
that?
holiday season for real.
You know what they call that? They call that the art of war. Anyway, all
Yeah.
right. On that note, we're gonna let this thing go.
We gonna let it go.
All
Right
right,
So,
now.
guys. Next week we're
Gambit,
talking
you got
about
anything
finances.
left?
Oh, we're gonna say, man, with the holiday season starts, if the NFL email comes, make that money. If they see that email for that
Yes,
extra
sir.
$25, go get that
Yep.
money. And Benny, your car will
Extra
let you make that money. Well, keep in mind,
Extra.
extra mean they got it. That's for the pickup. And when they step in your car, $25 supposed to be in your pocket automatically
prison break
in the
stuff.
zone. And if they don't do that, don't pick them up. That means you got to see it in
Well,
your app
here's the
before you
thing.
click on
Here's
it.
the thing, Gambit. Here's the thing, Gambit. I've learned this over many, many moons of doing. I've been doing it part-time, full-time, as long as you have. I don't do events. I don't go to crowds. I'm not going to sit there wait an hour. You got to get yourself in the position. You got to dodge this one, that one, and the other one, trying to tell you to move. I'm not doing any of that shit. If crowd goes left,
Well, you're
I
going in
go right.
position, Vinny? Jesus.
Crowd goes left. Listen, corn nuts. Ain't nobody talking to you. Crowd goes left. I go right.
Well,
And you
Benny,
know
I'm
what?
gonna
I
tell
make
you,
just as much money without that stress.
I call it a viper technique that you go in just like a cobra. You see the area where a juicy cherry is, you strike that cherry, you want a short run cherry, get yourself 3 of
Of
those,
course,
and then you get one going back home to where you live. Like, okay, let me get 3 right
my
here
brother.
short and give me
I
one
wish I
going back
could.
to my place and call it a day.
I wish we had that here. Man. Listen, Gambit, for you, just for you, just for you. I am
You're
going to
gonna give it a
make
try.
one. No. I'm going to go to one Dolphin game this year,
Okay, all right, okay.
and
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
look.
go live. And the
Okay,
entire time, I'll be like, Gambit,
I want to see
Gambit.
it,
You see
Benny.
that
Trust
traffic,
me.
Gambit? You see that traffic, Gambit?
Well, make sure you catch at least a game early because I want you to at least catch a Dolphin game and make some money so you'll do it for the rest of the season because you'll have about 6 games to go to, maybe 7.
Actually, they've gotten smart with it now. See, so real quick, the Hard Rock, everybody knows Hard Rock Casino and all that, right? We got the Qatar Hotel. So you got the Qatar Hotel here, and you got Joe Robbie Stadium where the Dolphins play over here. What they're finally doing is you can park at the casino, which is about 5 miles away. And they have a huge shuttle buses now that the casino runs from the casino to the stadium. Cost you $10 a person to catch the bus each way.
They do 20 buses like that here, Vinny. Still too many people. You're gonna get some people, Vinny. Don't worry
No,
about
no,
that.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no, 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 no. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me
All
finish.
right.
We have a charger right across the street that I can sit there and wait for all them people to come to me, and then I
Perfect.
can
Okay.
cherry pick, and
I
then
got
I
you.
can cherry pick my short rides.
Okay.
You
All right.
see,
Perfect.
but this is the
Perfect. I
first year they're doing that. So you see,
Okay. I
I'm
got
letting
you.
you know.
I see.
I let you
You got an
know. Just letting
incentive
you
in, my
know.
brother. Okay. You
Bro,
got an
Omar
I
would
incentive.
already know. I already know what I'm doing.
I got you. Okay.
Omar would tell me and my dad the stories of how he would go to the backside into some fields
Oh yeah.
and would go like off roading in his QX60.
Yep. Right
And
alongside of the turnpike.
and he would go into like all the way to the front to a point where a cop was right there, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I don't know. What are you doing here?"
Omar's got issues, man. Omar, he's a little.
Omar's a dog, bro. At Coachella,
Omar,
homie was a dog, bro. He would
he ain't
go
a
up to
dog.
people and
He's a chihuahua. He's a chihuahua. Yeah, that goddamn dog shit. Don't call him no damn dog. He's a fucking chihuahua. About as big as a chihuahua, too.
Well, definitely, guys. This was fun, and we're doing it
All right,
next
yeah.
Wednesday
Let's
about the
wrap it
same
up.
time. Wednesday night about 6 o'clock our time, 9 o'clock your time.
Yeah, that's when we generally do it. As long as Steven don't call me and say, hey, Vinny, I don't want to do no show tonight. We're good.
Okay.
oh, putting
Yeah,
all
it's
the
on me.
blame on the black man. That's fucked up.
Hey, what do you mean, dude? I identify as black. What the fuck?
I'm kidding, Vinny, come on, bro. I thought this was the garage where we could fuck
Hold
around
on,
and
bro.
talk shit.
Hold on, bro. I'm darker than you, bro. What are you talking about?
Look, I'm dark as well from the waist below, but we're not want to
bro.
talk about that.
Bro. Well, I told you I identify as black from the waist below. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There you go, gonna hit him hard, Vinny. Oh my goodness.
He don't want me to hit him hard. I might knock him out. Throw that thing on Buddha like this.
Hey, you over here talking about your age and shit, and you still gotta put that blue pill to work, don't you?
Whatever it takes, bro.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it
All right,
takes.
you want it. You got that one. All right, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Look at this. Antonio's like, pause. Pause. Coffee Boy says, is the internet stable in Florida now? Well, we got through the show, didn't we?
I believe we
Got
did.
through the whole show.
Yeah, we did. We got through
the show. Didn't have any issues with the internet. I'm telling you, man. It's like I said in the beginning, bro. Sometimes you just got to make that deal with the companies you don't want to deal with. But that's price. That's the price of technology. Some shit you just can't handle. Anyway, all right, Steven, take us home, brother. I appreciate everybody being out there. Gambit, I appreciate you coming in on the show with us.
All right,
you're welcome every time.
Absolutely.
Buddha,
have a good one, guys.
Buddha,
yes, sir.
Buddha.
Yes.
Buddha. Next week, have your first $20 ready.
Huh? What?
Huh? Damn, why you gotta say it like that, bro? Huh? What, you got a little female in you?
Oh, no.
Yep, definitely in him.
In him, yeah.
Oh my God! I'm not Coffee Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
did California cancel the show from internet? Oh, my man, the Rivian King. I don't know what to say, bro. That's the Rivian King. Anyway, all right. It's the Rivian King. No, Coffee Boy. Anyway, I shouldn't say that.
I'm gonna start calling him Coffee Boy from now on.
No, don't do that, because then he's gonna get mad at me, and then I don't need no. I got enough enemies. I mean fans. I don't need any more, bro. I'm okay.
And with that, we appreciate you guys being here, especially you. We got Mike. Thank you, Mr.
Guys,
Gambit,
ciao.
as well.
Later on, guys.
Yep,
Okay.
I'll see you guys later. See you later, Buddha. We're out.
Later.